You know what I'm saying? Put the link in the chat in a minute.
We live now, man. We live now.
Yeah. What's up, Rock? What's up, Rock?
What's up, man? I put the link in the chat. We live now, so we good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It wasn't
come on, take your
live
time,
first.
no.
We wasn't live at first, but now we good, brother.
You know, it take a while sometimes for stream y'all to send that old, you know.
Yeah, y'all come in here. Y'all come in here. Y'all come in the building.
We're gonna talk about the politics, man. You dig? I ain't see nobody in the chat, though. I keep saying waiting on my end. You know what I'm saying? She be in the building, boy. Slowly but surely. Gonna take a little while, but we ain't yet, man. Somebody put 100s in there. Huh?
We got 10 of them in the chat. SB to come up. What's up? What's up, Q? What's up, Wanko Weber? Top Shelf Swagger.
That was for YouTube.
Look. Y'all share the live, man. Hit that like
button. What's up, Top Shelf? What's up? Hey, Miss Lee, what's up, 9112 Q?
What's up, Miss
We got a good show for y'all tonight. We want y'all to pay attention, man. First of all, this show is brought to you by Pell City. Pell City, you heard me? You know what I'm saying? New Orleans designer. Black dude. They kind of do show my belly button almost, but trying to let it do that there, you dig? Black designer. He's a black designer from our city. We just showing love, showing support. If we can rock polo, we can rock Coach, Gucci, Ballot. We can also support our own, y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all check out Pell City. Y'all look him up. He got a website. I like his little gift trying to support him. That's all. Yeah. What's up, love? It's the back. You heard me? Been down something. Yeah, been down some new. Stand up straight. Been down and stand up straight. I'm doing that at the same time. What's that, man? Watch what I was trying to tell you. Yeah. Any black designer that sends they get we wearing it, dog. You heard me? What's good, Rock? Getting this Pell City, man. What's up, Rock? Look, Rock got the shorts on. You did? Mm-hmm. You heard me? Pell City, man. Yeah, we're in the building. P-E-L City. Yeah, P-E-L-C-I-T-I. Young black designer from New Orleans, man. Y'all check him out. You did?
Yeah, it's fresh as a motherfucker, man. But I need a size bigger, man.
Shirt? The shirt, huh?
Yeah, that shirt ain't working for me, man. I be looking like, you know what I'm saying? They go whiff at me, bro.
Bro. Mine
but y'all know what
mine fresh.
But y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is tonight, man. We're gonna get on these politics of the professional sports world. You know what I'm talking
about?
What's
up, now?
Because I think people got it twisted, man, how this shit work.
It didn't matter to me or not if the Saints drafted Shaduer. It didn't matter to me or not. We drafted the position of need. Right. But for him to slip all the way down the way he did, his politics played in that, bro. And niggas going to my, he ain't that good. He ain't won nothing. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of quarterbacks that ain't won nothing, dude. You understand what I'm saying? There's a lot of quarterbacks that ain't win nothing. We talking about what this dude did in college football. As a freshman at Jackson State, he was the #1 freshman quarterback in the nation.
If he not the third top quarterback, the top 3 quarterback in the nation, man. You talking about somebody who ain't do nothing? That dude who the Saints picked, he ain't do shit either.
He ain't did shit either. Right. But see, this what I want. That's what we gotta get on code when we talk, dog. Listen, people say, "Oh, the Saints racist." Listen, all of them is racist, bro. The NBA, the NFL, MLB, NCAA, they all. Who you think own the teams, man? How many black owners we got on them teams, family? Huh? We gotta stop falling for the okey doke bunches, walking around like we zombies. We gotta get on code, man. Yeah. This was number to remind us, smacking up every now and then, smack your face. Black nigga, white nigga, house nigga, field nigga, still nigga. That's what I want you to understand, bro. Yeah. That's what I want you to understand.
And that's exactly what this is about. It's about showing the motherfucker that you still a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Straight off
the bat. They still in power.
It don't matter how much power you got, how much swag you got, how much influence you have, money you got, or whatever the hell you did in life. They're going to always remind you that, man. Always. You know
what I'm saying? What's his name for the Clippers? Dan Snyder. What's his name for the Clippers? The owner of the Clippers, what's his name? Yeah. So he ain't on his side want to bring no niggas to the game. Jacoby Ross said, live from Mississippi, much love. Y'all been friends for so long, y'all do it on accident now. Man, really? The dude sent me to Pell City, you know what I'm saying, bro? And I told him I'm aware, you know what I'm saying? Because I support black entrepreneurs. Any one of y'all was to send me y'all gift, I'm wearing it, bro. I'm supporting y'all. That's just what we do. You know what I'm saying? But back to the topic, we just saying all of them, bro. All of them are guilty of being racist. Right. How many black owners we have in the league? Ready to be NBA or NFL? And I'm getting me a Cleveland Browns jersey, but I'm getting it from his website. Yeah. I'm gonna get me a Shaduer Sanders jersey too. Yeah. I'm getting me one. I ain't getting it from his website. So the NFL don't make no money off it. He gonna be selling his jersey. I'm buying it from him personally. I ain't no Browns fan, but I'm gonna support him. Yeah. I'm in solidarity with Shaduer because I'm not saying he's a great quarterback. He's super cold and all that, but with the class of quarterbacks they had, he had no business slipping all the way down like that. No. And picked all the other bums before him. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Man, Shaduer Sanders, Assalamu alaikum, Talib. What's up, Jersey? What's up, Talib? Assalamu alaikum, brother. What I'm saying is this. As a freshman, he was the best freshman quarterback in all of college football. That's one. That's number one. Number two, coming out of college, he had the highest completion percentage. That right there should let him go at least in the second, third round, first round, if not anything else. He threw 49 straight games with consecutive touchdowns.
Man, the man got the
That's
Johnny. The man got
that's
the
the record
Johnny
in the
Unitas
FCS
award.
and the FCS. You know
He
what I'm
got
saying?
he got the Johnny Unitas award. He got
Yeah,
the
he got the
Jerry
Johnny
Rice
Unitas, the
award.
golden arm. The golden arm.
Yeah, he got
Right,
Jerry
you
Rice
know.
award, man. He got all kind of accolades, man.
Man, what's up, Devin? What's up? Love from the mouth, man. Love in the mouth and the desire. You
Now I'm gonna say
dig?
this though.
What's up, Johnny Boo?
He did play a part in this too. I think he should have went to the combine. Think he should have
Yep.
played in the game that's for the NFL. You know what I'm saying? All that. So he, you know, you got besides yourself to me.
It would have helped him out.
It would have helped him out.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what got your daddy there. That's what got your daddy called prime time. That's what got your daddy all that stuff he did. Because he went to the combine and he shocked people. He shocked the NFL. He ran that 4-2 with sweats on. You know
There's
what I'm
a lot
saying?
of people that didn't go to the combine. People like Johnny Manziel
Right.
and Baker Mayfield, like,
Right.
brother, people had more problems than he ever had in college. But they got the complexion
Facts.
for the connection. They got a complexion for the connection. Those that understand.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to be racist, brother. You know, I'm about peace. I don't want
Same
everybody
thing
to
with
get along. I
Eli.
want to love everybody, though. I practice my
Same
act.
thing with
You know what
Eli.
it is? Look it up. Yeah. So it's not
Same
about a
thing with
racist thing. We
Eli.
got to just call out what it is. We got to stop acting like this shit don't, you know, we got to ignore all this. That played a part, man. And like I said, every now and then, they'll remind you. And they just reminded us. Yeah. You did. They just reminded us, bro. I'm going to tell you a little bit about Pell City while we have this conversation. Pell City. The logo is a pelican with a vibrant cityscape. Stadium, grenade, music, symbol, Bourbon sign, Armstrong banner, voodoo doll, streetcar, you know what I'm saying? Wings, feathers, and bones. Discover hidden details. With beautiful colors and attractions in plain sight. It's a beautiful outfit, man. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Pell City, man. Y'all go check out pellcity.com. Y'all support black business, man. Yeah, man. All black business. Yeah. All black business. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Ron Rose, what up, brother? Johnny Boo, what's happening, homie? What's up, Demond? Say what up, social media brothers. My weekend was great. They were down bad what they did to Shadour. But see, that's what they do us all the time, bro. They do that all the time. We ain't got no friends in this shit. That's why we got to unify and come together as a people and learn to stop hating and killing each other and all this type of foolishness. But they say he ain't won nothing. What Peyton Manning won? The black dude played the T came behind him and won that championship for Tennessee. Peyton Manning ain't win no championship.
Sure did.
So what they talking about? He ain't won nothing. He was on a better team in a better conference.
And Eli won cold. Eli won cold with it. And they did that shit with Eli.
Thanks. SB to come up here, the Saints should pick him up. Why? Why? Let me tell you why I feel like they shouldn't have picked him up. First of all, our offensive line was garbage. Last year, but no matter who was back there at quarterback, every time they get a Camaro the ball, somebody the ball, nigga was getting whacked back there. Yeah. Every time a quarterback dropped back, no matter who was back there, he was getting sacked. Nigga was in his lap. So you draft a position for what you need on your team. We need somebody to block for whatever quarterback or running back we have back there, bro. You understand what I'm telling you? We get Shadour. First thing they did, he got sacked every game. They said, oh, man, why we picked him? Yeah, that's what they said. Why we picked him? Well, see, I kind of disagree with Kareem on that, and this is why. You know, like, Mickey Loomis could do one thing. His stinking booty, long mustache, shit-eating, grin, smiling ass can do one thing, and that's draft offensive lineman later on in the draft. He been doing that for years, man. You got like G? But the thing is this, dude. This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. What is the Saints organization racing? Well, why nobody else ain't pick him? Why 27 other teams ain't pick him? Huh? Why nobody else ain't pick him? See, racism does play a part. They don't like niggas when they cocky, and arrogant. When they think you cocky or arrogant, they're not gonna like it. They want you to be humble. They want you to be quiet and keep your mouth shut. Let's get them lights up, man. Let's get them lights up, man. You know what I'm saying? I know we ain't been on the wire. It's gonna be a little slow tonight. It's all good, dude. What's up, Vaughn Reed? What's up? Appreciate you, Vaughn Reed, bro. Appreciate you. So what we trying to tell y'all is we ain't got no friends. Nah. Why ain't got no black owners in the NBA, the NFL, all the money they made, all the retired players and the black billionaires we got? How come we don't own not one team in the NBA or the NFL? We got people that got shares, collective owners. I'm talking about an owner, like Arthur Blank, like D. Granger said, 31 teams passed on that man multiple times. Right. See what I'm saying? Seriously? That should tell you something, man. Yeah. Man had the best completion percentage in college football. Probably history. No, I ain't close. Top 3, top 5 in the history of college football, man. His completion percentage. That right there shows you know what he know what to throw the football at. He was a state champion 3 years in a row. You know what I'm saying? He go to Colorado, change their program around. He go to Jackson State, change their program. Jackson State first and change their program around. He go to Colorado and change their program around. Just because you don't win nothing, that don't mean nothing. So all of y'all that said he ain't win nothing, Peyton Manning ain't win nothing in college either. Now what? Eli didn't. Now what? When they have a father, they don't like that. Well, say, brother, the truth is, Deion didn't even get too much into the business. He said a few things in there, but he ain't did no more than what Archie Manning did when Eli got drafted. Listen, man. To the Chargers. Listen. And I don't know the way to say this here, but white folks don't like flashy Negroes. I want to say, the other word, but I can't say that. You walk around with your head up and your chest out, they don't like that. They don't like that.
That's what I was about to say. They don't want no stand up straight, head forward, head up black man who got swag and confidence. That's their number one fear. And then, like we said earlier, man, what this was about was they saw what LeBron did in the NBA, and they say, man, we can't let this become a trend. You feel me? Because this gonna build generational wealth for these guys, what we don't want. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that this collusion at its finest, man. It's collusion at its finest, dog.
Jared Williams said the Saints waiting to risk it all to get Arch Manning next season. Next season, the legacy. I don't believe that because you don't know how you're gonna turn out in college. You don't know what we picking at. You don't know what we picking at. So why would you risk everything? You don't even know how you're gonna turn out in college. You don't know where we're gonna be picking at. Might be somebody worse than us this year. You never know. You know what I'm saying? When we're on the building, I see you, man. He said, nope, you're right. Tag Pool, what up, dope? What up, dope? That was buck breaking for us all to see. That's why we gotta get on code. If we on code, like I kind of knew what was gonna happen. Like when they had drafted the first 6 picks and the Saints passed them up, I was like, oh, it's on. It's on. I knew the fix was there. Yeah. I knew they was on some bullshit by not drafting this man. You know what I'm saying? Positions of these. Let's get the lights up, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the lights up. You know what I'm saying? We got Rhonda Moreau in the building. Yeah. D. Granger said they only like it when the kid is productive. Is a product of a single mother who clearly needs help in life. They fear that. Dig, Rashid. That's what Mindset Therapy Real Podcast say. Well, I'm gonna be real, man. I'm gonna keep it to you like this. That dude played well enough if you watched him play to get drafted. For him not winning nothing, his accolades and speak for themselves. I don't have. He was the offensive player in this conference last year, other year. First team. Even in this, even when he first got to Colorado, you got the transfer player of the year also, right? Like 3rd team honors and all. Man, that dude, he deserved to get drafted, dude.
What do you think man, this never happened in NFL history. You projected top 10, top 20, and you don't get drafted.
That's why you were in the freezer.
You see what I'm saying? This never happened before, man.
Right. That's
so
why we
who you think do the projections?
But you on code, you ain't shocked by shit like that.
The 32 teams do the projections, man. That's how you know where you projected to go at. It be the NFL that does this. It don't be just people. It be the NFL scouts. They say, oh, this guy could go in this round and such and such. You know what I'm saying?
He definitely was the most ready quarterback mentally. You know what I'm saying? He Man, it's just, bro. That's why, bro. Look, to me, you gotta go back to Rome and look at Rome when they had the motherfucking the games and all that. You know what I'm saying? The Olympic Games and all that in Rome, but they put niggas out there, and they was entertained by the masses. We entertained them. They let animals attack them and shit like that. Look at
Right,
Kaepernick.
correct. They
Look at
add them
Kaepernick.
other
The
people.
NFL did Kaepernick.
Right,
The
they
man
add them
took a
other
knee
people
for
to
a
make it
noble cause,
equality. You
bro.
know what I'm saying? They add them other people so it could be equal, so they won't say, oh, they just got all these. You know what I mean? That's
Oh,
what it's
Harvey in the
about.
building. I see you all day. What's happening?
Say, you know what? Eli and them, they got drafted off of pedigree, man.
Yeah, that's all. That's it. Yeah,
Pedigree,
that's it.
straight up.
Mindset Therapy said, Real Talk Podcast, the kid can play. I think he's one of the two best quarterbacks in the draft. I agree, bro. Yeah. He could play. He could play. That's all right, though. See, I hope he goes to the Browns. I hope they win 10 championships in a row. I'm going to be real. You know what correlates? Which ain't going to happen, but that's what I wish. What correlates to success for a college quarterback? Accuracy. Yep. And that's one thing that he do have. Not saying that it's going to automatically turn over into college football, but that's what it is. But I didn't want to make this show about just Shaduer alone. So we forget about all the other quarterbacks that didn't get a fair shot. You know what I'm saying? In the NFL, because they was black. Say, Rob, Vince Young ain't really get a fair shot, I don't think. Put the link back in the chat. You can't see it no more. I want to pin the link. I'm going to have to pin it from right here. Put the link in the chat, please. Now I'm drinking a little pure light water, man. What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz? Get that. Harv in the building. I see you, man. So, all of them don't like us. They're all owned by the Jews, man. And I'm not being anti-Semitic, but that's who the owners and most of the coaches is. The NFL, the NBA, the MLB, and soccer. Right. You know what I'm saying? They say Shadur is good, but he's just not exceptional. He's better than the quarterbacks that picked ahead of him. Did you see the intercept our quarterback picked too? Did you see that? Yeah. You don't go get exceptional quarterback from college. Shadur wasn't finna go nowhere and start. Even though I think he's accurate enough to start if he go to a bad enough team, but come on, man. Put it in the hospital. For real, man. What's up, big guy? D. Gregory said they did it to my nephew last year. He was a 3-year starter at UGA at center. He was supposed to go to the second and third round. Ended up going in the fifth. He's a black center. See what I'm saying? Get on code and stay on code, man. They on code. They ain't got to say nothing. We scratching our head wondering what the fuck going on. Yeah. I ain't starting my SEC. I knew what they was going to do. Right. I knew what they was going to do. Right. I already knew it. Man, I met a guy from LA today, man. One of my partners, Big Brian, who met with him. He was one of the guys who was instrumental in starting the lowriders and shipping them out worldwide and bringing lowrider and the culture together in LA. And what he does now is go to school and talk to kids, and he's a financial advisor. You know what I'm saying? He's big on economics. I hope he come inside the group tonight and tell y'all what he got going on, man. You know what I'm saying? But send it there, Buck. Send it, man. Remember the dude from the Clippers? What's his name? What the Clippers on the name? Y'all put it in the chat. I forgot his name. I call him Mr. Burns. That's what he looked like to me. Yeah. Mr. Smithers. Smithers. What's happening, Big Ed? What's happening, man? Samson Bellazier, things on me. Appreciate that, Pale City. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man. There you go, right there, man. Put your information there so anybody in my chat can go in there and see where you gab, bro. They liking it, bro. They loving it. It's dope too. Turn on the back. Yeah. Yeah, turn all the way around. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's the gift right there, man. Black designer, man. We can wear Polo, Gucci, Fendi, Prada, all that. Yeah. Young black man. I'm gonna stop wearing all that shit right now, but black designers, bro. I'm gonna get my M-line game up. I'm gonna get my wave game. Whoever got something black in the city that's rocking, let me know. You dig? Let me know. Fred said, man, who the dude we drafted at QB? We gonna be gobbled this year again, bro. I hope not. I'm a root for the team regardless. I'm running with my team regardless, bro. I ain't lying to you. Yeah, Big Ed, Donald Sterling. Sure. Yeah. Dr. Sterling said, man, you better not bring none of the niggas, the monkeys to my game. And he an owner. He an owner of an NBA franchise team. You know what I'm saying? Fred Braxton said, who is this dude we drafted at QB? Say, bro, a lot of experts say that he NFL ready. You know, he's 6'5" and this, that, and the third, but I want us to do it, bro. I want us to do it, Sanders. We didn't get him. I'm pissed off that they played on that man like that. But, it is what it is. Nobody didn't tell Osman nothing when Eli got drafted to the Chargers. He said, man, he ain't playing for no Chargers. Y'all remember that? So it's DEI versus nepotism. Yep, something like that. Yep. But see, at the same time, DEI didn't benefit black people, it benefited white women. More than anybody. So let's get that overstood. Gotta look it up. It benefited white women. So when Trump wanted to get rid of that, he knew what it was benefiting. You know? What's up, D-Day? What's up, cuz? What's up, cuz in the building and the parking lot? The shopper's cop. That's what they need. Doc Norman said, what I'm saying is all the negative things they say about him, big ego, cocky, interview bad, you see wouldn't be an issue if he was exceptional. Man, look at Manziel. Manziel was doing this shit, doing that. What you talking about? Give me the money. Give me the money. He was doing that back then. See what I'm saying? Facts. Come on, bro. Big facts. He said Fly County got some nice gear. He back out of Dallas. Man, let me get out of us, man. Yeah. What's up, Derek? UTP3? What's happening? He can't throw the football. Who can't throw the football? He was top 5 in touchdowns? He going first line. What's about somebody else? My bad, I think you talking to me, bro. Eli was 6'5", 6'6". Man, Eli wasn't more talented than Shaduer in college. Hell no. He wasn't more, I don't care what to say. Did he ever win Offensive Player of the Year in the SEC? So y'all, let me pin it. Let me pin it for a little while so y'all can see, man. I'm gonna pin it. Underscore Pell City. You see what he said? Pell City 19. That's the website? Yeah. So now it's more. You did. That's it. He said, no disrespect, but Shaduer was not as good as Manziel in college. Where Manziel at right now? I rest my case. Yeah. Maybe he wasn't, but I'm gonna tell you this though. Shaduer should have slipped down to no 5th round to know wherever he went at. He should have went that far. It wasn't nepotism involved in it, bro. You did. There was another case of them trying to chastise you, bro. No matter what you want to claim or what you want to think, the ones in power, they every now and then, they're gonna show you. They're gonna spank you. They're gonna say, see, look. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I don't be shocked when they do that type of stuff. It don't be nothing new. It's nothing new to me when they do that. You know what I'm saying? Nah. Real talk.
Yeah, they're gonna flex their muscle every chance they get. Every time they see you trying to man up or join up, they're gonna come.
Derek Hawk said, you said that like
guess,
the Duke
man.
can't also be
TJ
a
Lofton,
few years.
who that is?
Derek
TJ
Hawk
Lofton
said,
been in the. Hey, hold on. TJ Lofton been in the chat? Cause I don't let nobody in there. They come with some funny stuff.
Man, if look, let him in. If they come with that man, block him immediately. Let him in.
Right.
Let him in, right?
All right.
Man, if look, let him in. If they come with that man, block him immediately. Let him in. Let him in, right?
Hey, turn your speaker down.
Turn your TV down, brother. Turn your TV down, bro. What you got to say, bro? That's TC, huh? TJ Lofton. What's up, man? Yeah. What's up, brother? This the brother I was telling y'all about earlier, man. He gonna let y'all know what he got going on, man. Appreciate you, brother, for coming on our live, man. TJ, can you hear? I don't know if you can hear or not.
All right, I got y'all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We can hear you.
All right, what's going on, fam?
What's up, brother?
All right. How y'all doing today?
I'm all right, man. Chilling.
Okay, I appreciate y'all inviting me in, fam.
Yeah, I talked a little bit earlier about who you were. I met you earlier today, and let them know what you got going on, man, and what you doing, man, and you know what's up. Let them know what's up, bro.
All right, I'm TJ Lofton. They call me TJ. Grew up out of Compton. I'm behind a lot of the lowriders we started putting lowriders in the rap videos, movies, and all that good stuff back in the days. So I'm known for kind of like dotting the I and crossing the T's when it comes down to the lowrider industry. You know, I was the one that helped. We kind of like pushed to stop the gang violence so we could start doing rap videos, movies, and TV shows. You know what I'm saying, in Compton. So we kind of like did a lot of pushing to make that happen. So I came back, and eventually I came back and started traveling around the country. Wrote a couple books about real estate and gentrification because I saw what they was doing to us in LA. You know what I'm saying? In Compton, they came in, Silicon Valley moved in and came down to LA and called it Silicon Beach. So they started pushing us out. So That's what made me travel the country to go look for somewhere else for us to go. But I realized as I traveled, most people didn't know what was happening, what's about to happen. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I just said, let me start hitting these shows and start talking about what's really going on. A lot of this stuff in the news, people seeing, they not understanding what's going on with it. But other than that, I do a lot of business, public speaking, coaching. I work with the schools, bring lowriders out to the schools to bring awareness because, we need more welders, we need more painters, all this stuff because these guys making big money and most people don't have no clue, land developers, what I'm saying? Like they burned down all these houses out here in California. Man, who gonna rebuild them,
Right. You're right. You know who they want to rebuild them.
Oh, I know.
He ain't gonna speak on that though.
Hey, I got it. Hey, I want to throw something out there. It's a conference, man. I just went to a conference. One of my partners whispered to. I had to meet a cat in the dark alley 2 a.m. and hand him an orange envelope full of you know what, so he could tell me about white folks got a conference called Skills USA where they have like 160,000 white and Asian kids learning trades and they compete every year, homie. You know what I'm saying? They got. You can look on my Instagram page, Thomas TJ Lofton, Facebook, and I'm out there at the conference. And it's all they over there learning how to work on motorcycles, boats and jets and building brick walls and building, framing up houses. And these cats teaching all of them business. So they training the white kids to go in there and rebuild black communities, rebuild America. You know what I'm saying? While the black kids is being told to go to college and get a degree.
Right.
What I'm saying? So I went in there and y'all know what the number one question they was asking me since I was like the only brother walking around?
What was that question? Why didn't you bring nobody with you?
How'd you find out about us?
Oh, wow. You gotta get on code. We got a phrase we use on our podcast, bro. We call getting on code. What I mean is we gotta understand what we're up against. We have no friends. We have to unify on a simple thing. We unify, we're gonna die. And organize ourselves and get on code. See, they're on code. But he's asking that question, they're on code. Like, they want to say, nigga, how you find out about this? That's what they want to say.
Yeah. You're supposed to know about this. You don't look like the nigga that ain't gonna go back and tell. Right. You gonna go back and tell everybody, how'd you get here?
Yeah.
I said, hey, now look at me. I'm trying to let everybody know. Y'all don't get bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? These cats is going over there. You got the wealthiest community in America done burnt to the ground, the Palisades, man. And we talking about they got 85 million, 150 million, $200 million houses up there. Can y'all imagine if we got the contract to build one house for 200 million?
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
We can hire everybody we know, turn around, everybody be worth $1 million by the time it's over with.
That's the kind of conversation we need to have. Yeah, we push this kind of narrative though about getting trades to do certain things, like getting a plumber trade, getting an electrician trade, and taking that and building on it. So after a few years, 10, 15 years, now you're a master electrician. You're a master plumber. You go open your own business and have employees that you work for. You can hire your fellas.
Right, so I realized, homie, because we sitting in the cut building all these lowriders. When I started building lowriders, homie, we was buying cars for $300, $500 for a Rag 59, turn around and drive it home. Now all of a sudden, them same cars is worth $150,000, and nobody that's without being restored. You know what I'm saying? The car go for $400,000 easy. So people looking at me like, "Do you invest in the stock market? What you think about the latest stock?" I'm like, "I don't." You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to buy all the Chevys I can find. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to open up a paint shop, a muffler shop, another lowrider shop. So it's like brother say I gotta realize, teach people what's going on around the country, man, because cats don't understand. Like they gentrifying LA and they pushing us up out of here, and we going all over America. Atlanta, Texas, New Orleans, North Carolina, South Carolina, Las Vegas, and people. I'm like, are y'all ready for us to get there? We should be building houses. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be.
That's why we got more people like us that push the black narrative of us being self-sufficient. And it's not even about hating no other race of people. It's not about hating nobody. It's not about us loving ourselves. What's wrong with that? Every other race do it. Yeah.
Right.
Every other race do it.
Exactly.
So we push that narrative, man. Like, and our buzzword is we gotta get on code. Get on code. Every other race is on code. We gotta get on code.
I was thinking about what y'all was talking. I heard y'all say that earlier, and I was thinking about we got that going on in the lowrider community because it's like cats know that if they burn the bridge with me, and the word get out, they can start traveling around telling people, oh man, FTJ, he ain't know what he, hey, they done messed up now because these cats is on code. If you burn me, most likely you'll burn them. So everybody gonna pull back from you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We gotta get on code with each other
All
like
these
that.
cats is on code. It's like we communicate. Everybody calling around. You know what I'm saying? We all talking to each other. You know what I mean?
I mean, we talked about it a little earlier on the phone, but tell our people, like, how like low riding, because to me, I seen it from my own self, my own two eyes, how low riding kind of stopped a lot of conflict between gang violence.
Well, in the beginning, homie, gang violence was at an all-time high, but it kind of pathway for me in '89 because they used to call me the sellout because I didn't believe in all that red and blue stuff. I had a Kingpin blood on my left, and the guy who started Pyru's on my left, and the guy who's the Kingpin Crip on my right. And these are both of my homies, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so I had a say out there on the streets, but one day the cats found out about me and they told me they want to go. One of these cats want to go to one of my blood partners, Momo, rest in peace. He wanted to go to the Super Show, the LA Super Show, take his lowrider, but that was dominated by the Crips. You know what I'm saying?
What neighborhood is that LA Super Show in?
That was 89.
89 East Coast?
West Coast.
You know what I'm saying? What hood is that?
Oh, what? The Super Show, man, that was on Figueroa and something. I ain't got my gang map together, man. I don't know it like that, but I know that was a Crip neighborhood for sure. You know what I'm saying? Because the Crips would dominate that Super Show. But fast forward the story, I made it. Nah, probably was that Exposition in Figueroa.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I can't even be honest with you, homie. I don't even know the gang map like that. You know what I mean? But I should. But I'm able to move around anywhere wherever I need to go. You know what I mean? I don't keep up with all that because I know so many people. But long story short, homie, I made some phone calls and it opened the door up for us to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want no problems. Homie, like, he don't want no problems. But they opened the door up and let us go. Next thing you know, homie, the homies won they won the first place, the second place, and everything. But the homie reached back and told me, you need to start a lowrider shop, Right. Because I knew a lot of people, but now that we connected everybody, homie, back in the days when we first started lowriding, man, it was so dangerous. It was like you trying to put your car together, you got to go to the wrong neighborhood just to get some solenoids or a battery,
For real.
losing their life trying to go find some car parts. But it all boiled down to it. That lowrider opened the door for us to start talking, to communicating. Because when Gary May had won, him and Momo won both first places, and Brother B-Bob won with the best truck, everybody started communicating, saying they asked Gary May said, could you cut his car out? Could you cut my car out? One of the head critics asked Momo, B-Bob, May, I'm tripping, homie. Excuse me. Gary May, could he cut his car out, man? That was like historical. The Crip on the blood to cut his car out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we realized the best painters was Bloods, and the best lowrider guys was the Crips. You know what I'm saying? The best chrome shop was in the Crip neighborhood, or so forth and so on. So we started working together, man, and that thing, it pulled us together to the point that right now, man, it's like it's Blood and Crip car clubs, Blood and Crip motorcycle clubs, But if you
that's a good thing, bro. We can look past that and stop killing each other up, unaliving one another, and unify for a bigger, greater cause. I think any man over 40 years old should have in his mind, he sees so much destruction and death that we got to think another way. Start doing things differently.
Exactly. So I appreciate that, man, because it's like it took a lot of brothers to realize that. So them cats, they would come to my shop, and I would say my shop was a safe zone. You know what I'm saying? It's neutral up here. And the cats would come up there and they'd be like, oh, that's that Blood nigga, or that's that Crip nigga. And I'd be like, that's that nigga with that rag folk, that hot folk that I bet you can't beat. And then they get mad. What? Bring that folk. Where is that? Bring it out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like that.
Now, let's not fight about it. Let's hop about it. You know what I'm saying? You want to be somebody, nigga, let's see what your car can do, So that kind of stuff right there, homie, it changed everything, man. So now it's like it ain't we Bloods and Crips no more, it's we lowriders. You my lowrider brother. So I got a whole lot
of time we out in LA, man, we're gonna link up and we're gonna talk to them young. When you go talk to the young, I'm gonna go with you.
Oh, for sure, man. I just took some lowriders over to the I took a lowrider over to the elementary school, man. The school had me come out, bring some lowriders, and I was talking about STEM. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And they looking at me like we didn't even know STEM was in lowriding. And I'm like, well, the kids know. You know what I'm
right,
saying? I asked the kids. I'm asking a little 8, 9 year old, where's the art at, y'all? They like right here to paint. I'm like,
right.
where's the engineering at? They like, oh, right here. You know what I'm saying? They breaking it down.
That's
Teachers
fine,
looking
man.
like,
The
we didn't even
painter,
see that.
the engineer, and all that. That's cool, man. You
Yeah,
know.
this science. This. I said we got all these hydraulics and batteries, cylinders, pumps, and everything brand new in the box, sitting here behind the car. How are we gonna put it in the car, y'all? What do we need, man? Mathematics, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Hey, they breaking it
Ain't
down,
no
and
more
the
than me.
teachers,
Shit.
yeah,
Ain't
they
no
know
more
what
than me.
right,
Ever
right,
Jones,
man.
that's
That's
me.
so they only gonna learn what we teach them, homie. The
Yeah.
kids are only gonna learn what we teach them. If we teach them
Facts.
how to go get a job, that's what they gonna do. We teach them how to go start a business, that's what they gonna do, you know? But
Yeah.
that's what we're not teaching them is how to start a business. So I said, shit, if they won't do it, let me do it, you know? So I'll be traveling around the country on my own dime, going to schools and telling them things that they not gonna tell them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I done been to Louisiana and all over the country, man. Atlanta, Georgia, Philly. I done been to 26 states, man. And everywhere I go, it's the same thing. They like,
Man, don't trip. We gonna link up, man, real soon. Yeah.
for sure, for
Things you
sure.
doing, that's what we about. You know what I'm saying? Talking to the youth. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like
man.
I took a lot of time to destroy my community. It's time for me to build it up. Yeah. You know,
Hey,
so that's what it's
yep,
all about with us, man. And your thing is you offering opportunities for young men to be entrepreneurs. I'm all for
absolutely.
that, man. So I'm glad you came through, man. Let them know where they can find you at on social media, man.
Hey, I'm at tjlofton.com or y'all can look me up at gentrification.com. You know what I'm saying? I wrote this best-selling book over here teaching folks about how to what's going on with the real estate. Gentrification.com, order a copy for yourself. You know, I talk a lot about what's going on. Like y'all see all this stuff about them indictments and all that stuff with the cats out here. A lot of people like that big U stuff, they don't realize that's all a real estate play. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That Big U and Nipsey Hussle, them cats, that's one of the wealthiest black communities in America. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
they want that real estate back. So just like they did in Venice Beach, they turned around and start passing gang injunctions on all them cats. So
Right.
here
That's
we go
cool.
with the same
They
thing.
want
So
that
they
real estate. They want that real estate.
want
Same thing
that
when New
real
Orleans
estate back.
Katrina happened. A lot of
Yeah,
people that own their homes didn't own their homes anymore because they couldn't afford them.
right,
The property tax shot up.
right.
It was a ploy. Yeah. They
That's
blew
all it
those
is.
levees up, man. They blew them up.
Hey,
They blew those levees up so they get the people land, bro.
that's just like they did out here. They burned down all these houses. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't no accident. So it's like now they trying to push them out so they can turn around and bring in these smart cities. Where I tell people we living in the age of the Jetsons. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know we got flying cars coming by 26, right?
It was
Yeah.
about that smart city. That's what it was about.
When the
Yep.
Olympics get here at 28, we already gonna be flying from one place to another in the space taxi in the flying taxi cabs. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
people don't realize that. So all they doing is just restructuring everything right now.
Right. Corey Red said, that's what's up, bro. Dita said, real talk. Salute, TJ. Yeah. Rico
Appreciate
said, thanks, brother. So they feel what you're saying, TJ. They gonna hit you up. They gonna hit you up. They gonna check out your website, bro.
All right, appreciate y'all, fam. Thanks for the invite.
Anytime, man. Love, anytime. Salute, love, salute.
For
We gonna
sure.
stay in contact with you.
For sure.
Yep. So yeah, bro. So we try to like basically build, bro. You know what I'm saying? Deal with like-minded people that want to see the same thing. Get them not perfect. Likes up. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I tell you I take my lick and tell you my loss and the things I did wrong. Shit. You know, I got flaws. I ain't perfect, but it's cool. You did? Hey man, y'all hit that super chat, man. We got 2 out of 10. It's almost 9 o'clock, man. We're gonna take us a shot tonight, man. Y'all stay on longer, y'all take a shot. We taking a shot. Believe that. 9 o'clock, shot o'clock. And we stand with your door. We stand with your door over here, man. We stand with your door because we know it's some bull boo boo. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, it was some bull boo doo. So we know that. We know that. Right. You understand? And we gotta stop dancing to their music, man. We created the music, but we dance to their music. That's crazy. That's crazy, ain't it? Man, in other words, man, Cleveland stumbled a mud hole in Miami ass right now. Jeez, goodness. He's 135 to 76. That's my East Coast team. I want to win.
Cleveland.
Yeah. From the East, I want Cleveland. Let Michigan get him one, huh? From the West, I want OKC. That's what I want. But I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie, though. That boy over there from Minnesota, dog. And man, oh man, and man, I like them too.
They can't handle OKC though.
I don't think they can handle them either, dog. But I like them though. OKC got too much power, firepower for him, right? Mindset therapy, real talk. See, man, that brother talking about something. Yeah, hit him up. He is. That's why we had him on the show. That's a serious dude. And he's instrumental in like the West Coast low riding and, getting brothers to buy buildings and set up their low riders. And one shop might paint the cars, the other shop might put the hydraulics on. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature, man. You know what I'm saying? He's going to go off for Corey Red said he's going to go off for Rookie of the Year. Watch and see. Chip on his shoulder. Going to go off, waiting to see. Even if they ain't going to start him, new dog. That's how they going to play the game. They play the game so dirty, they ain't going to start him. Because they're not obligated to start no fourth-string quarterback. You know what I'm saying? No fourth-string draft pick. Now, if he'd got picked in the first round, he'd have to start. Or at least get some playing time. Uptown 504. What's up? Big Ace, what y'all drinking tonight? We on that Patron. You dig? Yeah, appreciate your Pale City, man. Pale City hit that super chat, man. I saw it. He did his thing.
You on the Browns, man. What they got? Deshaun Watson and another old quarterback, Flacco.
Yeah, they got Flacco on the sheet. He could beat them out. I mean, I know one thing. See, let me tell you how stupid Gal to me. I'm gonna tell you how they don't care about no money. They don't care about money, they care about power. If they the Saints would have drafted should do that, been the most selling jerseys of all jerseys of the whole. They'd have made money off the jerseys alone. Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm gonna give me a Cleveland jersey. I don't like no Browns, but I stand with Shaduer though. I'm gonna give me a Cleveland.
That's how the Lakers did, man. That's what the Lakers did. The Lakers did that. They knew it was business first. They knew they was gonna get sales. The boy first week for getting on the team, he had $50 million
like Bubba Dub said,
dollars.
They ain't gonna get swept. I know
Yeah,
that's it's 3-1, but
it's gentleman suite. It's a gentleman suite. That's what it is.
Man, it's over, man. It's over for them. It ain't over yet. Man, hang him up. What Fred Sanford said? Throw him in, Joe. I'm the only one saying it ain't over yet, y'all. Don't do it, dummy. Throw him in, Joe. I seen LeBron come back from 3-1 before. Throw them in, Joe. I'm telling you, it's over. Nah. It's over. Yeah, I ain't doing fucking it, man. I ain't doing the man that, bro. Shit. I'm Kobe and Joe, but I ain't gonna do LeBron that. That nigga come back, though. I seen him come back from 3-1 before. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I seen him do it. Shit. Like AR said, I seen him do it.
Man, get the hell out of here. They had a whole bunch of factors that happened in that shit.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Man, look, man, all of them, bro. All of them.
And they had a whip.
They all
See, I told y'all about Reeves, though. Y'all talking that smack about Reeves. He's so cold and all that. Yeah, playoffs.
You don't think he cold? Man, he cold.
If you can't do what you did in regular season in playoffs, you ain't cold. Period.
Man, Reed the reason why they won the first game.
Motherfucker on their ass. Motherfucker on their ass. Yeah, what happened since? They on his ass.
Okay. He got him a victory. He got him a win.
He on his ass.
Man, that's all good, man. Man, that man cold, dog.
Man, that man ain't cold.
From LSU in the building.
That man ass.
Hey, man, I'm ready to take my shot right now.
Boy ass. Trust me. He ain't no good. Nope. He ain't gonna make it. You ain't hear his name since game 1.
Reeves?
Yeah.
Or Luka?
Reeves, not Luka.
Man, Reeves ain't no superstar, man. He a role player. Yeah, he a role player. But he's nice for a role player. He don't get no bad contract or nothing, so I'm not talking about no
He good for the Lakers. That's it.
He good when he get paid for.
Yeah, he ain't gonna be nowhere. He can't go nowhere else.
That's another white boy, man.
When he open by himself.
That's my Austin Reed, man. We talking about Austin Reed? Or you talking about
Austin Reed?
You talking about Austin Reed? It's my Austin Reeves, right?
The one for the Lakers.
Yeah, the white boy. Oh, yeah, he all right.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You're all right. That's it. Nothing
You
more.
know? You say he all right and nothing more?
Yeah, that's it.
So he the reason why they traded what you call it now?
Man, they just doing it because LeBron said that, man. Fuck all that. Y'all gotta stop thinking that's LeBron.
Well, LeBron deserved that. If they listened to him, who are you to tell them did not to listen to him? They didn't want to pay him. Florida Geechee said, he talking about Shadour. He said, I don't think Shadour that good, though. He played against Big 12 competition, and then they went up against a team that had a post. Shadour folded under pressure. He wasn't last in SEC or Big 10. Well, I want to agree with you for the simple fact that when he played in the SWAC for his freshman year, he was the best freshman quarterback in football. And in the nation, not just the SWAC, in the nation, for number one. He turned that program around. He went to Colorado where they was like 2-10 and came back and made them out of a respectable ball club. A lot of times when you watch Colorado game, man, every time he still got the ball, he was under pressure. He had to get up out the pocket. He had to, make it happen with his feet. He had to throw, passes with, shifting his body weight and his arms so man, he just wasn't put it like this. Coming out of college, he had the highest completion percentage of all NCAA quarterbacks. That alone should tell you something right there. Facts. Facts. Maybe he did fold under pressure. He threw touchdowns in 49 consecutive games. That's the NCAA record right there. Come on, man. He should at least won Johnny Unitas Golden Award. Yeah, he won that. He won the Jerry Rice Award as a freshman. That's when you're the best college football player in the nation. Yeah, college football freshman quarterback in the nation. You can't take that he wasn't good. You understand, like, some quarterbacks can make other players better. Some quarterbacks are just good. That's the tier that should do his own. Not just that. Cerebral. Yeah. And that's what correlates over to the NFL. When you
What's
got it
up,
right
y'all?
here. Joe Sanders is the most cerebral quarterback. I mean, even if you don't think he's good, you think he should have split down to the 5th round? Yeah.
What's up,
Man,
y'all?
that's a quarterback name
What's
before
up
that
with
man, bro. I can see if you had Jalen Milroe what's your boy name from Miami? Yeah, no, he didn't even better go. I'm not making a point. What's your boy name from Miami? Cam Ward. Cam Ward or whoever. That's debatable as far as like who the best out of the top 5. Man, who quarterback for they took Shadour, man? That's not even much debatable. Is the point I'm trying to make. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the point is, those guys that got took before him can't scratch the balls of Shaduer Sanders. I agree. You know what I'm saying? And I just keep it funky. I hate to hear people say he ain't never won nothing. What you mean? He won in high school. What Jackson Dart won? He won individual awards in his conference. What Milroe won? Milroe won and win no championship with them.
That's
Alabama.
overall awards, man. That's overall awards.
Yeah.
The
so
Golden Arm Award is an overall award, man.
Man, he said because he threw a bunch of bubble screens. Man, listen, Shadour was slinging that bitch. I don't care what you say. And he had to. Shadour was slinging that bitch. Yeah.
hey,
You can't
look,
take that from him, dog. Shadour was slinging that thing, man. Yeah.
the Saints
And
should
I ain't
have
no
took him.
Colorado fan.
The Saints should have took him, or Pittsburgh should have took him straight up.
Facts. Big
I
facts.
think so too.
Well, my thing is, Shaft, and this is my thing, bro. This is my opinion. For the last 2, 3 years, 5 years, we've been drafting linemen, right?
Right.
And all the linemen we drafted been shit water. Put them in a bottle with some doo-doo and shake the bottle up and look at it. That's the offensive lineman we've been drafting. Except for Fuaga and we've been getting from since 2017. We've been drafting either offensive or defensive linemen in the first round. Only first round that is Chris Olave is the only receiver we took in the first round. Everybody else been defensive lineman and offensive lineman. Right. My point is, every quarterback we had since Drew Brees, when they get back there, they're getting sacks. Nigga average 3.5, 6, 4 sacks against the Saints when they play the Saints.
Look, I think he would have been a good look in New Orleans, bro. Look, this what you got to look at.
I do too. I ain't forget how New Orleans is and how racist it is. I ain't forget.
Right, but look, this the problem. What I see in that came in, right? Dion said what he said, but that's Dion, and he been talking big, and he been backing his talk up. But then when
That's
Shadour
right.
was like, they're gonna be ready to change coaches and leadership and this and that. It sounded like he's saying, whoever picked me, be ready to have my dad as the head coach. And he probably shouldn't have said that, but that didn't mean he was supposed to go in the 5th round. At worst, he was going in the 2nd round. At worst.
But that made him slap their ass on the wrist, though.
Yeah.
They're trying to show you something. They're trying to prove something to you. Yeah.
Say, bro, look, they just trying to They're not worrying about Dion because they all respect Dion. Because not only do you talk shit, you will come in
You
the
back it
game and
up.
change the game.
That's why
But
I
you,
say, what happened to the pedigree? You could have gave just all pedigree, and he performed well in college. You know what I'm saying?
man, right? Look at this. Eli Manning said, Archie said Eli wasn't playing on the West Coast.
That's right. Yeah.
And when San Diego picked him up, what they do? He go up
Held
there,
out.
get the shirt, he go up there, get the jersey, and then told him he didn't want to play for him and made him trade him to the Giants.
Yeah.
But see, guess what though? He had the connection. He had the complexion for the connection. Yeah, he had the complexion for the
Well, he
connection.
definitely had
He had the
that.
complexion for the connection. That's the part. That's what we talking about. And we
Yeah,
say
he
all of
definitely
them
had
racist,
that.
man. Don't just say the Saints racist or such and such. All of them.
What, what,
NBA, MLB, MLB, all of them. And we
what,
saying
what,
that.
what, well, you got to look at it like this, right? The NFL is like a club, right? And it's like you at the club and the owner have a problem with you. All the bouncers gonna do what the owner wants you to do. So
Facts.
let's just
That's
Cool.
look at
facts.
all
That's
the
facts.
bouncers is the team owners and the commission, Roger Goodell and the commission, whoever over him, because you better believe there's some people behind the scenes.
Oh, all the
Vegas,
time. All the time. Absolutely. They're on code.
Vegas in particular, right?
They're on
So
code.
they all get together and they say, listen, he think he is daddy. We gonna quiet him down and shut him up. Just like the little kid make the prank phone call. You know he get that number from his daddy, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Let me catch some of these comments, Shab. Hold up. St. Thomas and Clarence said, did y'all see what happened on Bourbon Street yesterday? We're gonna talk about that in a few minutes. We're gonna talk about that. Yeah, we did. Yeah. We're gonna stay on the subject though. Florida Geeky said, let's be honest though, twins. Would he have done that against Alabama, UGA, Clemson, Texas, Ohio State? Those quarterbacks went against comp. I respect y'all's opinion, but I disagree with y'all on this one. Let me say this. It wasn't that he played in Colorado and he didn't play against good competition. He was all Big 12. He was the offensive player in that conference, the best player in even if the conference weak. He wasn't exceptional. He was the best. He was the best player and first team player in that conference, no matter who he played against. He won awards for the position he played. Yeah. It wasn't like he was a quarterback in that conference. It wasn't, Secondly, coming out of college, he led all college quarterbacks in completion percentage. Would have banged up. I don't think none of the offensive linemen got drafted. Not one of them. So we got to look at that too.
Yeah, bro. The only one was supposed to go in front of him is Cam Ward. He was supposed to go in front of him.
Facts.
But that's it. He should have been picked at least number 9. He should have left at number 9 for the Saints, bro.
I'm going
Bottom
to give
line.
me a jersey. I'm going to give me a Cleveland Browns jersey.
Listen, how many players, how many quarterbacks, players, or whatever that didn't play SEC competition or top competition got drafted? Y'all got to stop with that. He was good in this conference. He was the best in this conference.
Let me tell you something about the Saints.
But look, Rock.
Hold up. I rock with the Saints, dog, and to me it represents my city, and it represents my city. Before I'm like Miss Benson and all them, man, I don't care nothing about them people, bro. I remember when Bush's quarterback, they was letting niggas throw bananas on the field, man. Tell me how I'm lying. Remember that? Calling that man a monkey and shit. Yeah.
Say, bro, look, the league.
NFL franchise for throwing bananas on the field, man. They covered that up.
The league really right now is about entertainment and money.
Yep.
And name one coach, not even Nick Saban in his prime, can't bring in money and notoriety like Deion Sanders, bro. So for one,
listen, Shaq, listen. What you saying right now is what we've been saying. If that dude would have came to New Orleans, dog, New Orleans would have been lit. If the dome would have been sold out, every Sunday would have been a movie inside the Superdome.
It's gonna be at worst. It's gonna be a video. It's gonna be a live concert. Look what he was doing in Colorado. Lil Wayne, everybody going to perform just because it's Deion. So that would have been good for the city.
See, the thing is, though, we care about money. They care about generational wealth.
Well, they care about it all.
Sure that we don't have that generational wealth. That's why they wouldn't take them. They know they made money off Shaduer Sanders jerseys, and they know that. They know that. They were like, man, look, F that. We ain't gonna draft that nigga. Arrogant nigga. We're not gonna draft that uppity nigga. That uppity nigga.
If I'm Deion and Shaduer,
all the races, bro. Not just the Saints, all of them. That's why we don't have no friends, and we need to get on code. I'm not out here telling nobody to go hate nobody. I'm telling y'all to love yourself and your people. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Well, you start with yourself first, and that you can love other people if you love yourself. Most of the people don't love themselves, and then
mirror, what might say? I'm starting with the man in the mirror. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how cats do. They'll be sitting there telling y'all that, man, you know, I got love for you. I love you, nigga. I love you. And then they don't even love themselves. They're doing everything bogus out here to ruin themselves. So you can't be for me if you ain't for you. And that's the start. When you look at all the stuff going on, just to switch it to Shannon Sharp, when you switch it to everybody, every time something going on with somebody black, it's all over the world. Everybody posting it. Blacks posting it. Grays posting it. But when something happen white, they sweep it under the rug and say, he have mental issues. Oh, he have this. Oh, look, Hugh
You
Hefner
know
had
why? You know why? Because they on code. Look, it's the King say, I got to be real. We can't blame everything on race. I'm sure 90% of the players in the Saints are black, making millions. We don't blame everything on race, dude.
Okay,
It's
let
a
me
small
talk about that
percentage.
though. Let me tell you
It's a,
about that one though.
everybody
Talking
who
about
picked
all these
Cotton was
other
black
people who
too.
they pick, talking about who they got these many people black in here and that. That's a reason for that, because they know that's where the money gonna come from. You see what I'm
yeah.
saying? They used to us, they love us entertaining them, going to war against each other. Football, that's banging bodies. That's like gladiator stuff to them, man.
Say,
You know what I'm
say
saying?
Rock.
They got them other people in the damn game for equality, to make it
Put
look
the
like
ones
it's
in the
equal
chat.
across the
Hold on,
playing
say y'all,
field.
it's shot o'clock. Put
It's
the
9
ones in the
o'clock.
chat. Put your ones in the chat. We're going to take a shot, man.
Say Rock. I'm gonna say this while y'all taking a shot. Look, them saying that most of the players black, that's like saying most of the people picking Cotton is black.
Yeah, man, they don't understand
All
that,
the people
especially in
picking
sports.
Cotton black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah, you
saying?
got right. You know why?
The reason
That's for
why
the entertainment.
the reason
That's for the
why they let a
entertainment.
black
Because if it was real, Kaepernick would have never lost his job. Yeah. Because all he
right.
did was kneel down for equality and justice. Well, this
Listen,
say,
country
bro,
supposed to stand on them. And they
listen.
say,
kicked
bro,
that man
look,
The
off the league
reason
and
why they let a
ostracized him. Put
black
your
person
ones in
in
the chat, man. Put
the
your
reason
ones
why
in the
they
chat.
let
You
a
taking
black
the shot.
person in the first place was for the money, because they saw, oh, this gonna get this they're doing stuff we can't do.
Right.
They
Put
and
your
then
ones
they
in the chat, man.
and
Put
then
some ones in the
everybody go
chat, y'all, because
crazy.
y'all rocking with tonight,
That's
man.
how it happened, man. That's how it
look,
happened with all sports, man. They saw a whole different breed, a whole different way of playing, a whole different
what
style.
well, it's like that
Yep.
with all American stuff, period. Because look,
Word.
you mad with Shannon Sharp for hitting 119-year-old and Hugh Hefner hit 50,000 19-year-olds. Had them living
Oh
with him
man,
and
the dude
everything.
from Subway. Yeah. Woody Allen. Yeah. The list goes. You have to. The list goes on and on and on. I can. Yeah.
Woody Allen, he
Elvis
even worse.
Presley. Elvis Presley.
Woody Allen married his stepdaughter.
Yeah. Woody Allen. Come on, man. Don't be ridiculous. You know what I'm
Man,
saying?
you
But
know,
they do. They put up. See, they control the media. They on code. Yeah. They on
not
code. They can put
saying I
our shit on the media
condone.
and control the narrative, but us, we can't do nothing but just talk on our little platform like this. And you know what? The reason why we should do it is because guess what? If I'm good enough and I got enough confidence in myself, I should let people see it. I should speak on it. You understand what I'm saying? I shouldn't suppress that to be like you would be. You know what I'm saying? If I'm confident, I should deserve my confidence.
Say, bro, I think right now
Come on, I
Dion
need some
should.
more ones in the chat so I can take this shot. We need
I,
some more ones in the chat. You can take this shot. Give me 3 more
look,
ones, man.
I think Dion should be trying
3 for
to
the third wall.
Dion should be trying to shop around to get Shaduer a trade gig, like maybe with the Saints for some picks for next year or something. If he can get them down there or somewhere where they need him at, go in there, play your best. But me, if I'm Dion, with all the money Dion have, I want to see what the top player getting, and I'm gonna give my son just $1 more million than that, just to show him. See, we not missing the money, so you didn't hurt him in his pocket. But not only that, we gonna go on the field and perform.
They gave him $2 million. He makes $6 million in NIL.
No. I know that I'm saying, but
3 times for
no,
the
I'm talking
third
about
over here, man.
the number one pick. You know, he gonna get around 38, 40 million. I'm saying if I'm Dion, I'm gonna tell Shadur, you go out there and you do good, and I'm gonna have something for you. They go out there, he do good, he win them 10 games. I'm gonna say I knew he was that caliber player. And since the league ain't give him his 40 million, I'm gonna give it to him. And
But see,
Dion
Wait, bro, I'm
go,
gonna keep it all the way
we
funky.
where he at the Browns, he got a good chance of getting the position, because
Let me
them
tell you
other
something about the
quarterbacks
quarterback position, dog. Hold
too
up.
old.
Let me tell you something about the quarterback position. In the SEC, a lot of the quarterbacks are good only when they got a good defense and a good running game. They got quarterbacks who come out of college that threw for 70,000 yards. But to get to the SEC, it's hard because they got fast cornerbacks. I understand the competition is stiffer, right? Yeah. But at the quarterback position, you got to be good to be successful. And this is what they're saying. They're saying that Shadur wouldn't have started in the SEC. Let me tell you something, dog. There's not one SEC team that wouldn't take a chance on a quarterback that was the best quarterback in the nation as a freshman. If you want to come
Man,
to my team as a sophomore and you was the best quarterback in the nation as a freshman, why wouldn't I let you start on my team? Or at least compete to start?
man, he had like 4,100 yards, only like what 9-10 intercepts,
Yeah.
30-something touchdowns. I mean, he did damn good. I mean,
Man, my thing is this, bro. If you're the freshman of the year in quarterback in the whole college football, how you can't come to the SEC and at least
Wait,
compete for a starting job?
wait, why
Let
we
me
got
tell
to?
you the truth, dog. He would have been a player in the SEC. You besides Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow, man, the rest of the quarterbacks that be in the SEC, man, they be really doo-doo. Bro.
What we
Tell
wait,
me a
wait,
quarterback that came from Alabama that's shining right now. What back we at?
wait. We acting
what
like the
Rock
Big
talking about?
12 garbage or something.
Huh?
It's not right.
Mahomes come from the Big 12.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They got
saying.
good quarterbacks, man. They got good
Taysom
quarterbacks
Hill
from
come from
over
the
there.
Big 12.
Yeah, man, stop. They produce quarterbacks over there. SEC produce star
Man, Drew
players like
Brees come from
running
the Big
backs
12.
and wide receivers. That's what the
Drew Brees,
SEC
they
do.
play for Purdue.
That's what I'm
That might
saying.
be a
That's
Big
who.
10, though.
What I'm saying is the Big 12 is the
Big
ones
10.
who produce quarterbacks.
That's why I said quarterbacking is different. They're just saying that, bro. Big 12? Big 12, man. Yeah, Big 12. That's what I'm saying. Man, they got playing Penn State. You know, the thing is this, though. Quarterback is a different position than a whole team. The SEC got better teams. They got superior athletes because they come from the South. In my opinion. Yeah, right. They have
skilled
superior athletes
position
that come from
players.
Florida, Texas, Louisiana, Georgia, all that. They got superior athletes in the South.
SEC got skilled players, man. They
Say,
got
bro, look,
skilled players.
I'm agree. I agree on all that, but at the same time, this is how I feel about that whole SEC thing, right? Even though LSU in the SEC, my problem with the whole SEC stuff is this. When you look at their schedule, if you in the SEC and we supposed to be the superior conference, they should play all superior teams. And anybody in the top 25 on the AP poll should play all top 25 teams. You got Alabama playing Florida Baptist Christian. They're playing these teams, beating them by 100 points, and then be like, we gonna win it all. You shouldn't play nobody but marquee teams.
But that will make it
Where
good,
they trying
though.
to get to?
Because you got to play conference games, no matter all the weak teams set
No,
up for you to get your practice
you
and beat
gotta
up
play
on them.
conference. You gotta play conference.
That was those games set up for. And not
I'm
just that,
saying
the
they
poor
should
schools,
never
like the
play
schools with no
nobody.
Sam, hold up. Those
No,
schools with
look
no
what I'm saying.
names, they get paid like $40,000 to go to LSU and play a game with LSU.
No, they need their
They
money.
get paid.
They need their money, but I'm
So
just
it's about
saying.
money, dog. It's
No, I'm
about
not
money.
saying they can't play SEC teams. I'm saying they shouldn't play. Top 25 teams should play teams inside. Only teams that's in there. You gotta
Well,
play to earn it. You gotta play harder games. You can't
they
play
play
easy
that in the
games.
playoffs. That's why they changed the playoff system so they can do that.
Well, let me read
Man,
these comments.
Alabama has 3 losses and come in at the top 3 every year with 3
If the
losses.
King said, all I'm saying is me being a black man not stopping me from being great. That this shit ain't gonna have nothing to do with race. Majority of the draft pick was black. We are great. Let's start acting like it. Yeah, a lot of them was black, but Shaduer was a nigga to them.
Say, bro.
No.
There you go again.
I don't
All
think
them
it was
black. A lot of them is black because that's who gonna get the people in the seats, man. That's why.
That's who picking the cotton, man. That's who picking the cotton. Look,
yeah, man.
I don't think. Look, I'm gonna say this. I don't think it was much
how many
about
black owners they got then? Yeah.
Look.
Since we all singing Kumbaya, how many black owners we got in the NFL? What's stopping them from being great? What's stopping them from being great?
No, listen. I'm not talking about
I'm not
black.
talking to you, I'm talking to the man in the comments.
I know.
What made the comment? I'm
Look,
asking
I'm
them,
not talking
how
about
many
black.
black owners we got in the league? You think they ain't got no money to buy a team?
Say, bro, I don't think it was as much about black as it was about they feel like Shaduer too arrogant because he wouldn't go to the combine and do nothing. He feel like I'm coming in Georgia.
He was white and arrogant.
I agree with that.
And shit, man, getting locked up, getting naked and shit.
But I agree with that though.
The police got caught with a gun and everything, man.
You know why Johnny Manziel was doing that? You know why he was doing that?
He got the complexion for the connection.
No, because his daddy a billionaire and is Jerry Jones' friend, and so he got act high.
Complexion for the connection.
But listen what I'm saying.
We just keep saying that, bro.
No, I'm saying what Shaduer though.
That's how that came out naturally. Y'all better keep this on tape.
All right, well, you true, but I'm saying with Shaduer, I don't think him being black have nothing to do with it. I think they just getting tired of his mouth.
I think this was y'all saying. He's saying this. We got to understand that in this country, as black men, we have to navigate differently from other people. So he can't be like that because he don't have the complexion for the connection. So he have to go the route that everybody else took. You see what I'm saying? So he should have went to the draft. To the combine. He should have played in the game that's for the NFL instead of going and playing the other game. So he was doing a lot of stuff like it's gonna be my way or the highway type
And he
stuff.
ain't really good enough for that. He good, but not good enough to act
You
like that.
good, but you ain't.
So y'all know what though, bro? I agree with that. I agree with that, Rock. And I kind of agree with you saying too, Shab. But at the same time, Mel Kiper, Stephen A. Smith, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, all of them are agreeing that they shafted this dude, bro.
They
put that
did.
shaft on him. They put that shaft.
They
All of them
did.
say that.
Oh, I'm
And you
not
know
taking
Stephen
that
A.
away at
and
all.
Skip Bayless don't agree on shit.
Not
But
taking
look,
that away at all.
I don't care what they agree on. I'm telling you this. If Michael Jordan was arrogant too, LeBron James has some arrogance too.
What
So
they got
I
to do
bet
with them
that
choosing somebody for the on their team that's the best player available, though?
no,
Because
listen,
it's
when
not
LeBron
this time. Well, it might be in there for a long time, but the NFL is not about. This is not about talent no more. It's politics and money and that and all that kind of
is
stuff,
you at
man.
the
I
show,
agree.
baby. You at the show. That's right.
I
Yeah,
But
there
agree.
you
look,
go.
If they want to win some
hold
money,
on.
they better change that way then.
Say, bro, if you think about it, Shaduer arrogant and cocky, but he wasn't worse than his daddy because his daddy went to the combine dressed up with jewelry with a Jerry curl with the dancing, ran the
Yeah.
440,
He had a
jumped
whole
back in the
video and
limo.
shit. Must be the money
Yeah, must
that's
jump back
turning
in the limo
me on.
dancing and say, I
Yeah,
ain't gotta show y'all what I got. Y'all know what I got. And they
but
still he still went where he went and still got all the money. You know why? Because I'm that player. He
but guess
arguably
what, though, Sha?
he arguably the greatest player to ever touch a field.
That's facts.
Yeah.
But guess what, y'all? You got to think about the time. That time back then, that worked because they needed that for the
They
NFL.
needed it
They
to build it
needed
up to
that
what it
pop.
is now.
Fact.
They
Yep.
needed
That's
that
fact,
pop.
Rock.
You know what I'm saying?
To build
So
it
of
up to what
course,
it is now.
same thing with all sports at that time. That's why you had Magic Johnson coming out there with the fur coat, hanging with all the celebrities in LA. They needed that kind of action, so they went to that crowd and got that crowd of people.
Yeah.
And
It's the
they
King
knew
saying,
that was gonna bring us there because that's our culture. We got swag. So that was gonna bring up because we weren't really watching that stuff too much, like talking about it before them kind of players got into Dr. J's and the Moses Malones and all that kind of shit. That when we start really getting into it real hard, man.
Right.
look, it's the King saying, y'all know my name, I'm in there every week. It's just a healthy conversation. I rock with y'all 100%. We as black people got to stop blaming everything on race, though, literally everything. I don't blame everything on race. We can't on our channel to take accountability. But listen,
No, I
when
don't
it comes
think he's
out, we
talking
talking
about
about this, when
y'all.
you come out with this major money, this is about race.
It's
I
gonna be
don't think
about
look,
race.
I don't think that person talking about y'all in particular, but that's what you're looking at over all the social networks. Everybody keeps saying because he black, that's why they did it. But I don't agree that they did it because he
No,
black.
no,
I
no,
think
not just because he black. Not just because he black. He's a nigga to them. He's not
right,
black.
because if
Listen,
he was white, that
look,
would have
hold
never
on, hold
happened
on.
to
If
him.
it was
So
about
it's
race
definitely
like that,
black.
they would have took care of
Yeah.
war number one. Yeah, they would have took care of war.
But
That's
I feel
not
what
Number
the
y'all
one.
saying because it would have never
So,
happened
no,
to
it's
him
not
like
about
that if
that.
he was white.
It's to him, he's an uppity Negro. He's an uppity Negro to them. He hold his head up. You know, they don't want that. He comes for money. He comes to the meeting and say he's slouched in the seat with his headphones on,
Yeah, you
with his
saw this
pockets and
before the
shit.
draft. You saw this before the draft. They made a
This
big deal
about
about the
trying to
man showing
chastise
his watch.
somebody. Say, bro, listen,
They,
say,
they
he's
made a
the
big
King
deal about the
Rock
man showing his watch when they got Johnny Manziel out here doing this here
and this.
and this and all this kind of stuff, man. Everybody had a little swag coming out. Oh, your boy played for Dallas. Them dudes was dancing all when they got drafted and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Let
Get
me
the
say this,
gat,
and
get the gat.
I want my listeners to write this down and quote me. Listen, it's not about race all the time. But the people that have the power to control these situations like this are racist. And not
And
just that. I
hold
ain't
on.
talking about, I'm not talking
Underlining
about your
race.
next door neighbor.
Yeah.
Y'all barbecue on Sundays. Y'all use his lawnmower. You use your weed eater. I ain't talking about the white dude like that. I'm talking about these elites, these people that's really up there in
It's
control.
underlying
That's what I'm
racism.
talking about when I say racist elites. Yeah. I'm not talking about the cool
Hey,
white dude you went to school with. You down with him. He come to the family cook out in the barbecue. Yeah. Y'all play ball or work together. Yeah. I ain't talking about him.
look,
I'm talking
I
these
think
rich elites who have a plan to keep you in your place. Let's not
you
forget
know
about that, bro. That's what I'm talking about
how
when
I
I say it's
think
about race. If you understand the
you
system of supremacy, you understand there's somebody who has a plan to keep you in your place. Because guess what? You can quote me on this here too. To rich elites, a poor white person is a nigga to them. Don't you
hey
ever
look,
forget that.
you know what
That's
I
what I was
think,
just about to
partner?
say. That you were about to say, man. You are absolutely right. It's not just us. They got a whole bunch of people. They got that 1%. That's the that rule everything and own everything,
Yeah.
and they won't keep it that way. and they people included too, and everybody else included. But guess what? We just the last one. They're gonna make sure you don't get to the next one.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
It's
you
about
know what I
generational
think?
wealth. And
You
shit, but
know what I
listen.
think? You know what I think, partner? I
Go
think
ahead.
sometimes when you say something, people they jump on one part of what you say and they just go from there. But I think if the way we wording it, it sounds like it's saying, "Oh, they did him that because he black." All right, how did it
Nah,
sound?
yeah.
How did it sound? I'm not saying they treated him like that because he black, but we know they wouldn't have treated him like that if he was white. See, and if you say it like
It's
Exactly.
that,
Exactly.
collusion, and he black.
Because guess
Yeah.
what? You know
you,
why?
you see
You know
what I'm
why it's not
saying?
about race, dog? Because the first pick was a black dude. It's not that he's black, it's that he's the way that he carried
It,
himself. So basically, you know what I would say? It's not about racism on a base, but underneath, I think it's some people that harbor some shit. They didn't like the way he came, like y'all said. Uppity Nick. He's an uppity Nick.
what I ain't gonna say. I'm
That's
gonna
how
say
they
it's
felt. That's
racism
how they
on the
felt,
base.
man.
I'm gonna say it's racism on the base and not the surface because,
That's right.
like you
It's
said,
on the base.
Yeah,
it's on
okay,
the base.
that'll work.
It's not the
That'll work.
surface. So because, like I said, I'm not saying they did him that because he black. I'm only saying they wouldn't have did him that if he was white. And with that being said, it always goes back to race.
Yeah. Well,
Even
see,
if a
you're
person
right though,
say
because
it's,
what will make what you just said right is the fact that the first pick was a black dude. Right.
exactly,
So that makes what you're saying right. It's not just about race. Right. But it is about race. But it is
but it is
about race
about
too,
race.
because they're showing you. You know what I'm
Look,
saying?
everything is about race. If you be honest, even if a person said, "Who me? I'm not racist." Well, that's a racist comment
Man, I'm gonna tell you something that they don't like to
because you're
talk
talking
about, bro.
about race
If
related
you talk to
issues.
a white person about if you ask them why they don't like black people, you know what they gonna say? Because they always show off and they gotta act all ignorant and do woo 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 woo. That's what they say. But you can't show off unless you're winning. You can't talk shit unless you're winning. Yeah, you can't be talking shit if you're losing and getting your ass whipped. So with that being said, they hate the fact they hate our energy, though. They hate the fact that when we do get a chance to get in this shit, learn how to do this or fuck with this shit, we're gonna be superior at it. Not just that. Some people are humble, right? It's okay to be humble. But if you're arrogant and talk shit, but you win it, you got a right to do that. You got a right. Must be the money that's turning me on. Must be the money. And what Dion did, the money. Man, Dion prime time in the end zone all motherfucking the whole fucking career. Dion changed the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Dion returned punts. Dion high stepped in the end zone. Dion shut down one whole side of the field. You
He
can't
play
take that from
offense
him.
and defense.
Bro. And this is a way of getting back at him too. You feel me? This is the way the human show. Dion want to do the Peyton Manning deal with his son. Yeah. Like my son ain't gonna play here. Yeah. My son ain't gonna play there. Whoop and whoop. Come on, man. Y'all already took over one of the best positions in the game. Y'all already came with the Jericho and the jury. You know what they did? Champagne. What they did? They said, you know what? Bitch, you ain't no Peyton Manning. Yeah. You ain't no Archie Manning. We gonna show you. We gonna show you. That's what it was about. It was about everything. That was the I had to chastise you to show you, put you in your place. That's it. Without putting you in your place, that's how they do it. That's how they do it, bro. Yeah, man. I'm telling you. Word. That would be cool.
But man, I just feel like this right now. The milk on the ground, partner. So all he have to do is go out there and play his heart out.
Man, I'm gonna give me a Shaduer Sanders, and I don't like no Browns. I'm a diehard Saints fan.
I'm rooting for him, dog.
I'm gonna give me a whole
If it
Browns jump, man.
Now,
if it go no, listen, if it come off his website, it ain't gonna say no Cleveland Browns. That's
no,
an
listen at
NFL
this.
team.
I ain't even
It's
tripping
gotta
about
be
getting a jersey with his
sold by the
name on the back. You know what I mean when I'm
NFL.
rocking this? Yeah.
Whoever
I'm
he
gonna
All
get a
play
Sanders
for,
jersey. I'm gonna get me an
whoever he
original one.
play for, we all supposed to go out and buy a jersey just to support him.
And look,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
for
let y'all
sure.
know too, my little other that's in here. He gonna be selling his jersey on his website, so the NFL didn't get no money. He get all the money for it.
They
I'm going
is
to
gonna
support
get
him.
some
I'm
money
going to
if
get it
it's
from him.
listen.
If it's NFL jersey,
If
they
it
gonna
say
get money.
they gonna get money if it's a NFL team name on
No,
it.
but with the way he doing it, listen what I'm saying. The way he's doing it is going directly to him. You can buy from the NFL, but you can also buy from him too.
Nah,
Well,
you
well,
buy
well,
it
well.
from him.
It can't be an authentic NFL jersey because that got to go through, I think, Reebok or somebody.
If it
Yeah.
comes out that it's his selling it, and I can prove that I bought it from him, that's good enough for me. I'm cool. It don't have to be an authentic NFL jersey.
Right,
It's
right.
from
I mean, I know
Shaduer
what you're saying, but
himself.
look, I'm not protesting the NFL, man. Look, I'm just saying, I promise you this, partner. If Shadur would have turned it down through the season, I think, you know what I think? They think that Shadur think he better than his daddy because you see them little clips where he telling his daddy, ain't nobody got no proof of you running a 4.2, and ain't nobody got. I think they be playing and that just be their way of clowning. And they take it as, look at him. He even think he better than prime time. But he know he not better than his daddy. But I think that's just his cockiness. And I'm showing you I'm like my dad. But there ain't no reason to punish him. But at the same time, it's a learning lesson for everybody. Look, you got to know how to pick your fight and know when to attack. Because if you come out in it's a 2-mile race, but you come out wide open like you Usain Bolt, then don't expect to finish. But if you take your time and wait patiently right in the pocket, like what Jigga said, start off fast, then you're wheezing in the back. So all you have to do is just have you know when it's time. And Shaduer,
In other words, pace yourself.
yeah, he got to know when it's time. You can't go on an interview and say, "Don't pick me up if you ain't ready to change coaches and change." You can't
Yeah,
say
you
that.
don't say that. Yeah,
Yeah,
You
you can't do
trying
that's
me
that.
where he
now.
messed up at. They said he went to interviews with his earbuds in. I
He
think
had
this
bad
guy,
interviews.
so
Yeah, he
his
had bad
language was,
interviews.
man, yeah. You're not gonna go to an interview like that. You gonna put your suit and tie on. You gonna sit up straight. You gonna go. So what makes
Try
you
to
think
get
you going to
you
interview and slouch down
Hold
and
up, hold
sit
up,
up
hold
with
up.
your
I
earbuds?
try to
And
make
that's where
it.
he messed up at.
Hold up, the earbud thing. We don't know the story behind that because maybe whoever interviewed him told him put the earbuds on so he could hear him clear. I don't know what that's about because I know he wasn't listening to music
No, I'm saying that's what they complained about in the interview. And he
because
was
they're
like,
not the
shut
ones.
up, read these comments. Mindset Therapy Real Talk Podcast said they got his kids because they hated Deion Sanders Sr. Maybe so, maybe so.
Man,
Beneficial
I don't think they
417
can't
said,
stand
hold up,
senior.
Chad. Beneficial 417 said Travis Hunter finna be the face of the league. He finna change the game. Travis finna be the best player ever. Shout out Travis Hunter and dude. Shout out to Duval. Y'all talking that shit when y'all got the white quarterback, the dude with the blind there. Y'all talking shit when y'all got him. Y'all talking shit when y'all got it. Y'all talking shit when y'all got Etienne and all that, man. Listen, but just be humble, man. And if you get good, then talk to me. Carolina got better. They went and got Etienne, bro, from Georgia, bro. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Mindset Therapy said turn it down for what? That's his father. Of course he wants to impress his father. Right. Say, bro, listen. Okay, now,
All
not
right,
to get
but
out of subject, we're going to talk about this little situation in the French Quarter real quick. We'll get on it and get off it. Some neo-Nazis or some skinheads came in the French Quarter, screaming out white power and all that there, and ain't nothing happened to them. My partner right here on this live right now, who done hung with me for many nights. Both of my partners on. Both of them on here right now. They know in our time, we the crash. In the French Quarter, we would have pushed the shit out them neo-Nazi motherfuckers, though. That's just what it would have been. But then
They was in the, wait, they was in the French quarters?
they were in the back section, new. In Decatur.
Boy,
Yeah.
we'd have found out about that, boy.
We would have pushed them dudes. Police right
Boy,
there and everything. We'd have pushed them. To this day, I'll push them. We used to
we'd
fight
have had a
black dudes
whole war
in front of
out
the
there,
police.
a
I know
whole big
we'll do
old
this.
fight. Big old fight out there.
Man, this world, man, I ain't never seen that happen in New Orleans, bro. Yeah. Like,
Boy.
I ain't never seen no Klan rally, no neo-Nazi march, skinheads, or none of that. I ain't never seen that in New Orleans. They said that was on Bourbon Street. Well, not on Bourbon, on Decatur. Tell me, what y'all want to do, MF? What y'all want to do? Fuck you, white power. Man, they would
Yeah.
have pushed the shit out of them boys, man.
Yeah, that
They
was
was
a little
surrounding that
short
boy with the,
video.
hitting that boy from all over. The boop, bop, bop, boop, bop.
Yep. Punched them up with the police.
Yeah, right in front of the police. Come on the back street and let's fight.
That's what
So
I'd
hit
have
the back
said.
street, light his
I'd have
ass
went,
up.
I could
Burn
walk
them up,
past
light
the
them up, burn
sidewalk.
them
I'd
up,
have
light
walked
them
all
up.
through them. Now touch me. I beat one of them and probably would have stole on. Bing, bing, come on, let's
No,
go.
we'd have been deep. You know, the project go down,
But
go
I'd have
down.
been mad, boy.
A couple
That'd
of
have
us go
run
downtown,
my
we'd be
blood.
deep, man. We'd have bushed them dudes,
Man,
dog.
I don't know about to say it, boy. You knew it used to happen around Martin Luther King Day.
And they put it like you said, they knew they was right. They knew
When,
where they was at.
when I was in the 8th
But
grade,
even then, it's still crazy enough seeing that. I ain't never seen that when I was in New Orleans, bro.
when I was
It's
in the
crazy.
8th grade, boy, Martin Luther
That
King
probably
Day.
some undercover cops. You know what I'm
Boy, you better
saying?
not be the wrong person on there.
They know to say what to say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, that shit was ill. New Orleans, I'm gonna tell you right now. If y'all watching this, somebody can show it to these neo-Nazis. New Orleans ain't the place to play that at, bro. I'm telling you, you're really playing a dangerous game. Yeah, I promise you that. That's gonna get real ugly. You're playing a dangerous game because you run into the wrong group and they come from out one of them projects. It's over for you. Because all they upset and mad, angry, or frustrated. Man, no, you better watch where you playing at, bro. I'm telling you, everybody ain't playing. Watch who you play with, man. You did.
Fact.
You know, man, shout out to that boy Pee Wee, man, out of Cali, that boy home, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Duke, you know what I'm saying? It's the King said, we can agree or disagree on this subject. Yeah, it's racist people out here, but ain't no white man holding me back. I can get off my ass and go get it back, white or green. No, listen, a white man is not holding you back. But guess what, though? The system of white supremacy is in effect. Don't ever forget that. We're not saying no white man holding you back. No, we're not saying that. The system of white supremacy not only holds you back, but makes you a target to be eliminated. And it's in place to keep you where you at. Not saying you can't rise above that. We're not saying that, bro. But we're not gonna take no, we're not gonna take no foot off their neck and give them a free pass. A free pass? No, we ain't doing that over here, bro. They don't work like that. We're not blaming the white man for everything, but we're not letting them off the hook either. How about that? So what we saying is, bro, look, no, we're not blaming everything on race, but man, the system we live in is a system designed to destroy us. We gotta understand that. If you understand that, then you be like, well, I understand what you're saying, too, and you're right. Whether you want to agree with it or not, it's the truth. It's designed to keep you in position that you're in. Not saying you can't rise above that and do better, but the best way to do that is becoming an entrepreneur. Developing you a skill that you can learn and teach and pass down that they always gonna need work for. Trust me. The devil said it's not about one white man, it's a whole system. That's what I'm trying to tell them. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's why when they say things like that, if that was true what you said, then we wouldn't have the justice system the way it is. Well, black men and white men convicted unequally with the same criminal background, same criminal history and everything else, same crime. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And black women are incarcerated 7 times greater than white women for the same crime, same background, everything else. So when we talk about the criminal system, we talk about the laws, let's understand who those set up for, bro. Let's understand why the stand your ground law was even created. It wasn't created for us. It was created because they got tired of talking shit and getting their ass whipped. We live in a system, this is a fact, you can look this up. We live in a system where a black man with a master's degree has a harder time getting a job than a white man getting out of the penitentiary or parole or probation with no high school diploma. And that's a fact. Look it up if you think I'm lying. So let you know we live in a system. The system is designed. We can't cry about it. Nah, it's not an excuse. You got to get off your ass. We always say that, man. But recognize that you're up against an uneven playing field. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. The playing field is unlevel. That's all. That's the baby's that. Well, yeah, you can get it just like anybody else can get it. Don't tell them they can't. Just let them know what you're up against. Yeah. You can't go on no job to be laying down, being lazy. The only thing get lazy there already. Yeah. You got to get up and move. I don't give a fuck. You don't know what you're doing. Get dirty. Go do, do the thing you ain't gonna do. Yeah. And I guarantee you're gonna have some money in your pocket. Devin said, y'all hear what Stunner said about Peter on Cannon Podcast? No, I didn't see it. Nah, what he said, bro? What he said? I think the Knox was trying to bait. That's what No West said. Said, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I think they was trying to bait. Me and my little partner would have been out there, dog. We'd have been baited, bro. We'd have got. We was a lot, not as intelligent and a little bit more wild. Way a lot wilder than what he is, right? Yeah. We would have bushed them dudes. Ted, what's up? What's up, Ted? We'd have been hitting them ball with all kind of shit, stoozing from people, balls and everything. They'd be like, they wrong for that girl, but they did them dudes. What's up, Teddy? What's happening, my dude? Beneficial said twin. Y'all can tell these sleep ass niggas nothing. They feel they can get a few dollars and degree they free. That's called living company your own impression. No, they don't mean that, but what it means sometimes we need a wake-up call amongst each other to understand what we up against. That's all it is. Because guess what? They got dudes that understand it like me. That talk just like me, but to sell you out for some money. See what I'm saying? Something happen. We got to stick together and say, man, them niggas went that away. See what I'm saying? We got to always remember that too. So y'all behind a piece of ass and all kind of shit. Real talk. Real talk.
West said he think the Nazis was trying to bait them.
Yeah, I think it was too. Cause they was in the French Quarter screaming that shit. Yeah. Like, man, that just don't seem. Like, many days we done been in the French Quarter, many nights we ain't never seen that. We ain't never seen nothing like that. We ain't seen no KKK, no Klan, no Klanmans, no Nazis, no man. The only neo-Nazis we seen belong to NOPD. Yeah, that's it. That's the only neo-Nazis we seen. Yeah. That's the real gang, real gangs, man. We done went monkey nuts on them dudes, man. Hey, we ain't never seen that.
The Klan used to be in City Park though.
I ain't never seen them.
Yeah, they used to hide
it. Yeah, y'all ain't stay downtown like us. We used to go in City Park late at night sometime, and a crowd of us walking, and therefore you know it. I don't know where they was coming from. They used to chase us all the time out of City Park.
Oh, we went back there, boy. Yeah, we went
back.
We always went. We always went, but we was kids, man.
Boy, they'd have been got shot.
Y'all the other thing about that.
Well, how
That
old
was
was the
fun for
kids?
us.
Man, I'm talking about now. I'm talking about right now. But I done seen it been.
No, Rock, we was young doing this. I'm talking about we was like 11, 12, 13, 14 years
Yeah,
So
they
old
would
let
have
me
doing
got
it.
ask you.
shot. Yeah, they would have got
I ain't
shot.
scared of you, motherfucker. Ain't scared of you, motherfucker. If
You
y'all
know,
remember the
not you
video
know,
drop on street
13?
this
Yeah,
weekend,
you're
bro.
gonna get shot around there, boy.
14-year-old is not is different though. 14
I'm
year
talking
olds
about
now got guns.
then too. Shit.
No, we was like I
Nigga
said,
had a
man, we
pistol
was
at 13, shit, boy.
Hey,
Nigga
bro,
man.
ain't
That
listen,
even
was,
thought
dog.
that.
I'm in my mid 50s. I was we wasn't doing that at 13, 14. I
Let
ain't
me give
gonna
you my
lie.
synopsis, dog. Listen.
We was shooting guns in the air playing with them, but man, about 16, 17, yeah, that's when now they had people from our project like out the St. Bernard, like not to call people names, but like Emil Ranker, my cousin Doug, all them boys, because they was cool with Andy Reid and all them boys, getting that yeah
Yeah,
from them.
man. We
So
was
they was
going to
already,
Green, man.
they was
I
already
was
turned
going to
off.
Green.
Yeah, a lot of areas was. I'm just
Man,
saying
I'm gonna
my
tell you like
crowd,
this here. If I done saw that,
we wasn't on.
I'd take me some shots. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
You
I'm
gonna
If
you
I
like
done
gonna
saw
get your
that,
own go back?
I'd take me some shots.
I'm gonna wait for the next.
I'd have loved to go back there with
8th
that
grade and
Mac 9
shit,
and
man.
hide in the bushes and let it jump out. Yep, for that. I
Look,
was doing
man, we was
everything
in
else.
8th grade at
I was fucking
Green,
around with everything else. Why not fuck with that?
and
Look,
our
West East had
parents,
Legion
or the
City Park in
parent was bringing
93.
the guns to
83.
school, nigga. What you
Man, I was
talking
number
about?
9 years old. Bro. At that
Say, bro,
time,
look, we wasn't do a lot of us wasn't doing that. Like I'm saying, I hear people all the time. Like I heard something yesterday on the podcast when that boy from our city said he got them millions when he was 19, and somebody in the comments said, man, that boy entertainment age is crazy. Talking about Birdman. But I'm like, we
Oh
all know
yeah,
he wasn't. We all know he wasn't
yeah,
19 when that happened. If
right.
he think about it, everybody can look it up and see when they got the contract. But my thing is, you Birdman, you the stunner. In fact, I'm gonna just say like we said, man, you baby, man, you ain't gotta do all that because everybody know what you about. But the people in the world who don't matter, you shouldn't have to say like certain things for them to think something. And he might not be lying
Wait,
intentionally. He
but
might just be thinking, I was 19, not
you
realizing
notice,
I was 29.
you notice nobody from New Orleans say that though. They let baby have it because we know what it is. We know where it come
Because we know
from.
what it
he's
is. Right,
Number
studying.
right.
one
He's
stunner. Come
studying.
on, man.
When he see you got
You
50
know.
calls about everybody call, we ain't look at it as no lie. So, let me tell you what really fucked me up. Let me tell you what fucked me up. In my mind, I think every nigga in the city, even across the river, in the east, everywhere, got love for cash money, baby, and no limit. No limit too, right? Yeah. But when they jump out, I see niggas jumping out with all type of machine guns and something. Like, man, who want to do them niggas something? You never know, dog. They hit heavy. Crazy though, bro. They hit heavy. You know what? I'm gonna say this here. Dog. By me not living in the city, I don't know who beefing with who. Right. Like who. Right. Niggas did what to this. Right. Did what to this here. Right. I might be shouting out a nigga that beefing with somebody out my hood. Don't even know they beefing. Man, you know, Cole Youngin and Nino rap beefing right now. Yeah, I'm like, damn, but I just shouted out Cole Youngin and Nino on the same fucking panel. Yeah. Look, y'all gotta excuse me. Look, I'm not into the picking the side when it come to that. If you got talent, you're a good rapper, I'm gonna shout you the fuck out. Ain't nothing about to change about that. I wanna see you win. Ain't nobody going against no Nino and Token, boy. I watched them the dudes come up. They watch me, do my thing. I watch them do their thing as young niggas. Listen, I'm definitely not gonna go against them. I just not say nothing to stay out there. So I got my mind, my business. You did?
Say,
You
look,
did?
I saw something earlier, not to change subject. This dude, I guess he was in the Fed joint before, and people be sending him information. So he posted something earlier saying he heard Tyler Perry got that whole Madea scheme and idea from a guy called Gennaro Meatball, of course. And
Call
everybody
who?
know that's a lie. Talking about he
That's a
got it from
lie.
Meatball.
That's a
So
Meatball
lie.
used
so
to do
Man,
that for a whole
Meatball
different
dressed up to
reason.
pop a nigga, kill a nigga with
exactly.
a
Doing
shot.
different reason.
Allegedly.
And
And
even
and
then,
Meatball got
Meatball.
that motherfucking shit say, Rashid, go get your grandma wig for me all day.
Right, exactly. And
Get the fuck
and
out of
look,
here.
me ball ain't have no fake titties and all and it's big man, come on. That was a whole
Never ran
different
where
thing.
that come
So
from, though. That's the thing is
so
saying that.
but
And
but
not
he
just
but
that,
the
dog.
dude,
Meatball wasn't known just for dressing up as no woman. He would know for
no,
killing
he
niggas like a
wasn't.
man, beat niggas up and jacking niggas, notorious guns,
Exactly.
all type of shit
And
without no
and
dress.
that and I said that was more of a black and more thing, dressing all the way to the dress thing. But my thing is when the dude said it, somebody said something and I commented and said, man, that's a lie. I said, Meatball ain't do none of that stuff. I said, I know people heard when Jules said fully dressed like a whore in my purse, the calico, but that wasn't even no Meatball thing. It was somebody else from out the Magnolia. I said, but anyway, I tagged Lil Glenn in it and said, this probably one of the reasons why your dad can't come home, bro, because people keep pushing the narrative when they really had nothing on him in real life. No
Where
matter
that,
what we
man?
saw,
Freaking Mets.
no
Freaking Mets,
matter what
man.
we saw,
Get that man a life
right?
sentence for drugs, allegedly.
Look,
That's fake.
we
And
saw,
they had
we
nothing
lived
on him.
back, we lived in New Orleans, so we know what it really was. But no, they didn't have nothing on him. And if Casey Anthony can get away with doing what she did, he shouldn't be in jail for something they didn't have no solid proof on him.
And
But
Menendez brothers.
right, but when you have people keep pushing it, oh, they saying this, and he was a notorious hitman for a big time glam. No, man, you got to stop sharing stuff because this man trying to come home.
Right. Facts.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Facts.
And so I tagged Lil Glenn in it. You know, I don't know if he ever went back because I don't never go back to see if somebody time in if I see something. I don't
That's
care
a cool
about that.
nigga, dog. Shout out Lil Glenn. Shout out Lil Glenn. But that's why I'm gonna be real, dog. That's
Fact, shout
why
out
I
Lil
don't
Glenn.
speak on telly. Cause I got a lot of stories about Tilly I can talk about. That man trying to come home. Whether I'm telling the truth or telling a lie, that can be used against him in a court of law. They'll play that shit like Luther Twin said about the telly. Or whoever trying to
But
come
they
home.
but
Anybody
it
trying
ain't
to
gonna
come
be
home, I
nothing
ain't gonna
negative.
speak no gangster shit on you. I got a
Look,
lot of
man,
stories
ain't
about
no
nigga Freddie. Be stupid. Be stupid. I got a lot of stories on stupid. A lot of shit be seen as little niggas doing the project. You know what I'm saying? But he trying to come home. Now if you dead, I can say I'm different. But if you
man.
still
Look,
trying to come home, I ain't gonna never speak on that. Yeah, man.
some dudes out here where I live was like, man, you know, Telly ain't, you know, Telly ain't. They're like, man, they say everybody in the city was scared. I said, first off, I'm gonna say this for the last time. Even the scariest cat in New Orleans ain't scared of the biggest, baddest, supposed to be killer. That
That's
ain't
what I
how
be
it
trying to
works
explain
down
to
there.
dudes on here, bro. Like, hey,
It
that
don't
don't
work
mean
like that.
nothing. He'll be a dude that you
It,
never know did nothing, dog. Come
a
out of nowhere,
Jehovah
like,
Witness
man, he's
dude.
a mass murderer. You be like, he
Y'all
ain't
know
never
a
killed
dude who
nothing.
played. I know a dude who played in drums in church, and he was worse than some of the people who people heard of in New Orleans before, like worldwide. Like
I said,
he was
who?
worse than
You said
gangster.
people that's worse than gangster, man. Give me
Yeah,
one.
Right.
no,
Give me
but
one.
see,
Way worse than gangster.
look, we know that gangster is gangster, so I ain't gonna shit on nothing he did, but gangster was gangster. But they got people with this narrative in their head, man. That dude was man. Listen, nobody was scared of nobody. Even gangster will tell you that. Nope,
He'll tell you. He'll
man.
tell you
You
that
know,
shit. I'm scared of nobody, bro. We can't
nobody
never live
wasn't
society
scared of
where niggas
nobody.
can't. Like, we couldn't live downtown like that. We couldn't live uptown or the east or nowhere around that area, living in fear of no man. If they knew you was scared, they were gonna press you.
Say,
They
bro,
gonna press you
boy,
like a
tell
pimp.
it,
They gonna, when they try to bust a bump on your head, that's what's gonna happen. That's how they gonna press you.
man.
Let me get that.
Man, they paint Telly out to be a monster, man. Look,
Boy, tell it, yeah, that's
Telly
cold,
pass on
boy.
a motorcycle. He pass on a motorcycle, and we be telling him pick it up, and he pop wheelies. Every time he come, he blow a piece out on a motorbike. Dude, they make it out like dude was just riding around, like busting heads. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Yeah,
dude
that
was
man
riding
wasn't
around
like
having
that.
fun on a
That dude was
motorcycle, dude,
cool.
and getting money.
Taylor was
Dude,
cool
cool
and
as a
laid
fan.
back, bro. Not saying
Cool
that
as
that
a
man wasn't
fan.
about his business or none of that, but
No, he
Taylor was
definitely was
different.
about.
Oh, that's about his business, but he wasn't like he wasn't
They
with the
trying to make
picture
him
they
out. They trying
paint
to
him
make him
out.
like the
Yeah.
most notorious, the most notorious really wanted, man. Come on, do that man that, bro. Free Taylor Hankton, man. Right.
Said, bro,
You dig?
you know why New Orleans always been the way it's been, bro? Because I don't know about with William Perry and Wayne Perry and them over there in DC and all that how they did. Because it's most of the cities, like for instance in Cali, you got people scared of you and them, and in Houston they're scared of Jay Prince and them. Well, even no kind of way, no matter who you are in New Orleans, ain't nobody scared of you.
No,
You
they
know what
ain't
I'm
scared. They
saying?
ain't scared of it. I don't know.
So
They
so
ain't scared
so
of you.
so the so the problem with the reason why it's so many people in New Orleans that's on that stepping because if you hang in the area, you're gonna have to either start going to church with your mom and them or be outside. And if you outside, the people you hanging around, you better be about that life or the life gonna be about you. And so it
Facts.
make people who don't even really want to do it do stuff they don't want to do just so they don't get swallowed up. So you
And
gotta
you right.
make yourself
In other words, ain't no slide through the cracks. No, ain't no slide through the
and
cracks.
you can't
And
slip
you
through the
don't get
cracks. You
tested.
just
You don't
gotta
get. And you got to step on the side. You got to step in that. Yeah, you got to step up on that. You don't get
and
tested.
nobody ain't gonna tell you get off the set. You just gotta get from around here, or you gonna be a part of around here forever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the thing is, people look at New Orleans like it's a bad place to live. Man, you can go to New Orleans. Anybody right now can just go to New Orleans, go have a good time, city park on the lake, wherever they want, go have fun. Ain't nothing gonna happen. When stuff
Right.
happening, it's personal issues. I don't care if it's over a female, money,
Right.
but it ain't gonna be like in some cities you're in check in. Because who you gonna check in New Orleans? Nobody worrying about no checking in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. For
So,
real.
but if you come to New Orleans, like when we done hung out with a lot of people who cash money and brought to New Orleans.
Yep. I told him that on
Nobody
my
You
don't
know,
got to
podcast,
check
like,
it.
we hung out with a lot of people from different like sets and all that. Yeah. Look what 50 said.
we,
We came back to the city after Katrina to get the older family members and folks from off Josephine, and he used his own money. Honestly, Telly is a good dude. This
that
is a
tell it that
testimony from
dude.
one of my partners about Telly. So we ain't just only do just talking about free Telly and saluting Telly, man. Mindset Therapy and Real Talk podcast, I was never taught fear. Man, when we come up at you can't have no fear. That's why they made sidewalks. That nigga that's in the streets and they got sidewalk. You can't be in the streets, you gotta be on the sidewalk. Because ain't no you cool or they all right. I'ma fuck with them, they friendly niggas. If your niggas think that, they gonna come see us, they gonna come patch your pockets.
Right.
We
And
come
if
to
you
bring
want to
peace
hang
and power.
around
What you got,
people,
man? Let me get that.
you want to
Yeah.
hang around real people, and like jacking, like all that they talking about. You go to Cali and Houston, they jacking. Man, look, you know, if somebody said, man, dude be
Who?
jacking, the whole city after him. Every hood he go to, they're like, if you see that boy so and so,
Yeah. You own it. Nigga own that
it's
boy.
on. And so that's
Yeah.
and the only problem is when you got like y'all used to say 20 all the time. They always say, oh, black on black crime. Well, when there's all blacks in the area, who you think gonna be on who?
Yeah, that's the number
Right.
one thing I hate, man.
But that's a
They
misnomer
always
because
saying the only see,
crime happens in
uh,
proximity of where people
only
live,
person
of
who
where
done
people
me
live.
wrong was somebody who looked like me. Yeah, because that's who you're around. Get the
Right,
fuck
Man,
out
cousins
of
and
here.
everything.
listen,
Cousins
bro.
and
White
everything.
people kill white people. Asian people unalive Asian people. Hispanics unalive Hispanic people. And blacks unalive blacks. Oh, you can say Asian people rob Asian people. Mexicans rob Mexicans. Blacks rob blacks. Whites rob whites. Crime happens in proximity of
But
where you live. Anybody finna ride no
But guess
15, 20
what?
miles to rob you. They gonna go close as they can get to rob you. Because
This
most
may be
likely
a
trying to get a
shocker.
fix to get some quick money.
This may be
You know
a
what I'm saying? So
shocker.
that's a misnomer, fam.
This may be a shocker. The white man do the most crime out of everybody.
Yeah.
facts.
And they need him domestic murder,
All of them.
terrorist attacks, great,
Murder,
uh, home against children, incest,
homicide.
mass murder, brutal murders, yeah,
Yeah.
larceny, crimes against the elderly, what they call when you burn something down? Arson. They need stuff like that, bro. So
Come on, man.
yeah,
Grape, grape too. Yep.
I know I was in your LPG. I'm from Harvard. Yeah, man. Real talk. I had partners from Harvard who come fuck with me. Shit, I'm gonna wait the gas. We won't talk about it, but the gas will tell y'all, man. I knew gas before we had a podcast, man. Gas was a street nigga for real. I could vouch for him. If nobody in the world can. And he know he could vouch for me. You dig? Yeah, man. We have to put one and two together, but man, I know who Gas is and Gas know who he is, man. Gas is a street nigga from Harvard. Real street nigga from Harvard. He just changed his life. Changed his life. Salute to that brother. Salute to him. So we got a lot in common. That's why we so cool with that dude. At the end of the day, bro, all we want to do is, bro, we want our message to get out on YouTube. A message about unity. Organized street dudes. We tell street stories, and we can get your attention that way. But we tell a lot of the youngsters, man, that shit was bullshit. We was chasing. We should have been taking our time to learn a trade or learn something I would have learned 20 years ago. I'd be further along in life. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right. We'd have been shot
You know
at.
what I told y'all?
Had shootouts, federal investigations. What you about to say, Walt?
I said, you know what I told y'all? If you think about it, for all what we done way back, once '05 hit, all right, that was what, 20 years ago? We 20 years old. Because everything, you had to start over from nothing. You had to start, I ain't saying nothing less than no money, because money
Well, you
is
know
just one
why?
thing.
You know why? You know why, Chef? Because the game changed from that cocaine to that heroin. That's one reason why. And second, when we came back, it wasn't no sex no more. You can just be on the block all day. They had niggas from Uptown living in the 17th, niggas from the 17th living in the Gentilly. That shit was niggas from the Tip
But
Wall
but
living in
but
St. Thomas. That shit was just
but
all over the place, bro.
it's more like this though, right? So you out there in the street, and I ain't saying y'all and us and me in particular. I'm saying people was in the street and they were making a bunch of money and they never saw an end date to it. So you just thought this gonna keep coming. So you never did nothing super smart with the money. So when
Right,
people
yo.
be in y'all comments before talking about y'all did this, where all the money at? Man, where Jim McMahon money went? Ed McMahon, whatever his name was, when he was a billionaire. Where do money go? Where
Yeah.
do money go? It go on tissue paper, dummy. I mean, but one thing is, people expect if you say you made a lot of money, you're supposed to have it now if you made it in 2000 or 95 or
No, I didn't have
97.
the mind. We didn't have the mindset we got now.
Yeah,
Shit, bro, put it
right.
like
But
this. I can vouch for you making some money, and you can vouch for me making some money. And if nigga won't go against that, fuck him. Let me ask you this
hey,
here. You remember that time we said the team been counting $100,000?
Hey, who, me? Do I remember?
Yeah, me, you and my brother, me, you and this dime. And
Man,
your project,
dude, don't give me
everybody
the,
know we counted $100,000 out on the
look,
table.
don't start me saying stuff because I'll be, y'all have to cut the video off.
No, don't say too much though. I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So I ain't gonna
Hey,
get
but
into
niggas
that.
can't make up the kind of money niggas seen.
Look,
Come on, man.
that money and grenades and all that stuff, that don't have nothing on what y'all doing now. Right now, y'all somewhere at work. I'm at work right now.
And I
Rockwell
gotta
is
go work
somewhere
in the
at work
morning. I
right
gotta go
now.
work in the morning, so I ain't gonna be on too much.
That's what
Yo,
I'm
bring these
saying.
new niggas to the out of here. I'm
So,
getting off this
so
bitch. I gotta get up in the morning.
to me, that's more important than all that money and all that stuff back then that we didn't hardly do nothing with. Now I can say this: when Katrina hit, I seen a lot of people tore up. I ran into y'all around the Astrodome. We was all moving. We didn't have time to stop. I had my family, mama, everybody with me, but we was making moves. Niggas was walking from the Astrodome going to Collots. I went straight to the dealership and bought a Yukon. I'm talking about stuff like that. So my thing is, we was all right. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But just imagine if we were smart. My houses in New Orleans was 12,000 for shotguns and all that. Them
We could
houses
have
right
literally
now
bought the
selling for
block up,
300.
dog. We had enough money to do
People
that,
fixing
dog.
them
But he
houses
didn't
up.
know. He didn't know.
People fixing them houses up, putting 40,000 in them, selling for 389. So my thing is, I feel like everything I did after 2005 is way more significant than anything I did before 2005.
That's facts. Cause guess what? We always say, Shab, you can't walk into no bank with no street credit. You can't walk in no real estate office with no street credit. No call out with no street credit. You gotta have a paper trail, and you gotta be able to deal with these people and understand what interest rates are, what equity is. You know what I'm saying? All this shit that you have the terminology. APR, financing, APR, all that shit, man. All that, man. You gotta have a good knowledge. You ain't know nothing about none of that shit was in no streets. Interest rates, man. Yeah. You didn't know what that is. You know?
See, look, before we get off it, I wanted to ask you this, though. You, because I have a mixed emotion about it with the whole Shannon Sharp thing, right?
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him. If he want to mess with a 19-year-old, that's his business. My daughter's in their 30s, but that's his business. I ain't mad. Hugh Hefner did it.
Right.
He should be able to do it if it's legal. So this is my
Right.
thing, right? With the role playing and all that, I don't feel like he guilty for none of that. But I feel like Cameron said, you're a real sucker anytime you don't know when a female lining you up over the phone. And
Yeah.
with that being
I can agree with that. I can agree with that.
with that being said, I feel like if you got your proof, I would have never offered $10 million. I would have just said we gonna go the distance like Jigga told him. Let's go the distance. If y'all want to do this, let's go. But
Well, see, this is what I
since he
think.
did, I feel like he should have just paid and let it go away. Cause now look what he's standing to lose.
But this
Disney
is what I
already,
think. This is what I think. This is what I
ESPN,
think,
all
bro.
that.
He know he had his receipts. He was gonna pay big 10 million for it to even not come out. Yep. At first, he knew he had his receipts, the text messages before it did not even come out. He was gonna pay 10 million. Man,
But they've been in mediation for months.
I'm suing her.
They've been going to mediation for months. Look, they've been
I'm
doing this for
suing her.
months.
I'm
It
mad
ain't
he
like
turned
this.
down delicious for her. That's what I'm mad about. He turned down delicious? What? See, that's what she
Say, bro,
get
look,
too.
ain't even that he turned down delicious.
So
When I'm
me.
looking at this chick he messing with, that's a boy with hair and titties, with a little bit of, I'm like, man, come on, man.
Strong thigh muscles and shit.
Man, she really just like ain't nobody. She's somebody you wouldn't even look at twice in Walmart.
Let me read this comment, Shal. He said, salute, I agree it's the system. I just want to see my black people stop crying and the white man and stop focusing on being the amazing creative people that we are. If you might understand that, then I don't care. But let me ask you this, bro. Like, we always gotta always speak about the system because that's the open enemy, right?
That's the
We can never
machine,
forget
yeah.
about that, sweep that under the rug. But if you're married to a white person, or you're in love with a white person, or dating a white person, but you don't have to be sympathetic, dog, for speaking up for what's real and for the truth. Yeah, that don't shouldn't change your mind. They don't understand that, dog, then they wrong. Yeah. They should be like, you know what? And you're right. I agree with you. That is foul. That's not right. Yeah. So at the end of the day, if you thought it was right, it don't matter what color you is. And stop saying stop crying. Because people that been disenfranchised and get shot down in the dark like a Darth Vader stop sign, they should be crying, dude. Right. Our house the one's on fire. That's like if we all live in the same neighborhood and my house on fire, and I run outside and say, hey, my house on fire. And they all houses mad and stop crying. About this house on fire. Yeah, that house ain't on fire. Mine is. So yeah, we supposed to cry and scream, whatever the fuck we gotta do to come up out this condition.
Well,
You know what I'm
that's
saying? How
just
a
more or
white
less
folks say
whoever
you
want.
not crying? A black man
Well,
should never
well,
say that.
well, they're saying that the people who don't understand what it means when the milk on the ground. Because for me, I ain't got no business crying. The milk on the ground ain't nothing we can do about it. I'm gonna try and get more milk.
Me too. That is life.
Some people won't cry because they hurt because they feel like I went too far and worked too hard to get where I'm at for to get took down like this. I just
But
feel like
you know
use
what's
that
crazy,
cry.
bro? You know what's crazy, Chef? The most of us, dog, we don't like motherfuckers that breaking houses and pull off the houses and breaking people cars and stupid up petty dumbass clowns like that. Yeah, we don't like them either. We don't like that shit. Just
Yeah,
because
that's
we black, we gonna
crazy.
take up for that. No. That nigga
No.
think about what's right. I don't care if you purple. If you righteous, I can fuck with you. Straight
See, they
up.
don't give
Bottom
them.
line. That's the
They don't
bottom line. I don't care if you white or black or purple. Listen, let me say
see
this.
when you
Let me
when
say this. My fight is not with skin color. My fight is with a mindset. Yeah. That's what my fight is with. We got some black people you can't trust worse than white people, bro. Don't never forget
well, it's
that.
more or less your fight is not with skin color. Your fight is only what their eyes project, pretty much.
Man, my fight is with the
Because that's
mentality,
Whoever,
dog.
yeah,
You
whoever
right or you
cracking that
wrong.
whip, whoever cracking that whip.
Then they
That's
got
who I
black
got.
crackers too. Whoever
Yep,
crack
you
the
right.
know,
whip.
yeah, like my main thing I said earlier. It ain't like what happened to Shadour ain't happened because he black. We ain't saying it happened because he black. We just saying we know it wouldn't have happened if he was white. Simple as
Right.
that.
But
So,
that explains exactly what it means to happen because he was black.
and that's
In other
pretty much,
words. But it wasn't just
for
because
me,
he was black. It
I
wasn't
don't
just
even
because of
care
that.
that I don't even care that it happened to him, honestly, because I feel like this. You going to play football in the NFL and y'all already rich. So if the money bore in you, then you ain't gonna be successful in the league, period. But if you want to go prove that you can be this great person playing in the league, this great quarterback, and go against all odds and show them, hey, I'm gonna show y'all why y'all messed up and not pick me up in the first round. Go do that because your daddy already got you covered with hundreds of millions. So
Yeah.
so I wouldn't even be worrying about that money thing. And he probably not because he got a smart daddy. His daddy probably telling him straight up, man, son, you think I care about that? I'll just give you here. You let's go put your name on my account today. I don't care
Man,
about
that
the
man gonna
money.
get that knee, you gonna shine, dog. You gonna shine,
They
bro.
got money. He just gotta
I'm
go
the same
shine.
fan, die hard. I'm gonna give me a
I
bronze
also
jersey.
said he just gotta play. He just gotta play the game as good as he run his mouth. That's how I feel about it. Because you can't, you know it, y'all, man. Y'all know it yourself. You can't be cocky and not be rocky. You see what I'm saying?
Look, Mindset Therapy, Real Talk Podcast say my brother was murdered and both of his sons and black people did that. So it's not about race. What part of
Facts.
crime is committed in proximity of where you live do you not understand? So no such thing as black on black crime. But let me say this though. What conditions made them do what conditions made that happen to them? I guarantee you,
What?
without even knowing, I know poverty was involved. Secondly, white people unalive white people, Mexicans unalive Mexicans, and black people unalive black people the most. Because
Facts.
we're in proximity.
Facts.
Unalive whites the most. Mexicans unalive Mexicans the most because they live around each other. Y'all know what proximity means? That means they live around each other. So that's where the crime will be committed at.
Right.
Don't get to self-hate because you feel like black people did this. Well, that's what we live around. So that's what the crime gonna be committed at.
No, no,
That's part of self-hate. The
no.
psychology they use on you. And that's a part of life. But like
Hold up. The way you read it, though, the way you read it, did it? I don't think they're saying it in a bad way. I think they're just confirming what we saying. You know, blacks kill blacks because blacks around
yeah,
blacks. I think that's what they were
I
saying.
agree with him. I agree with him. I ain't against them on that. Single mothers cause it. A lot of times, let me tell you, it don't be single mothers. Let me tell you, know what it be, bro? We all got single mothers on this page right here. We all work with pretty much single mothers. We have fathers and shit, but our mamas raised us pretty much. Yeah. But it's decisions
Right,
that
sir.
you make when you get to make your own decisions. I don't blame that not did on my mom. My mom ain't want me to sell no drugs, nigga. My mom just came with no gun. No gun and shooting. My mom ain't want me to do none of that. So I can't get none of that on my mama. I made my own decisions, dog. I don't blame nothing on my mama. Accountability. Accountability
Yeah, bro.
drives
It's like
everything.
you said, poverty played a part. Because look, if we all was millionaires, there's no need to rob a person and shoot 'em
Right. I sell drugs.
or sell drugs. So yeah, poverty played a part in all of the crime that goes on.
Exactly.
Well, that's
But
why
look,
they.
man, look,
That's
we
why
gotta get
they.
up out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? Chef, thank you for coming on, brother. Appreciate you,
Bet,
Rock.
bet, bet.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all hit that cash out, Think Twice podcast, twice the two. Hit the super chat on the Think Twice podcast. We'll see y'all Wednesday, man. It's the king. So I understand what you're saying, but we're gonna talk about it next time we come on. New Monday, my man.
Bet, bet.
Wednesday, y'all, 8 o'clock.
All right, Rock.
Peace.
Hit me up,
Peace.
y'all. Hit me
All
up
right,
later, bro.
brother.
All right,
All
bet.
right.